Yes, we are live.
We're up?
Yes.
Right on time, Justin. What's that about, Coleman? The fuck, Justin?
Thought he was a drink guy.
What's that about?
No, normally I check at 9:30. I go on to grab, so it's the coldest it can be.
Okay, well, here we go. Justin's here, I suppose, in spirit. Coleman is here. Mike is here. Is that a Milton shirt, Mike? No, the Yankee shirt. No.
Yes.
Okay, good. No, good.
I didn't know what to say.
No, say no. And we know him for many, many years here. He first started as the voice of, he pretended to be Johnny Carson on the Kirk Minahan show, Mike. Now he pretends to be Kirk Minahan on Pick Away Barstool. Chris Klemmer joining us.
So lame.
What are you talking about?
It's not true. You know that.
I don't know.
That really bugs him.
It's fine. It is what it is.
My guy Nate said it. My guy Nate's always right. I'm a Nate guy.
That's fine. That's fine.
That was my first mistake in surviving. I made a few, was voting Nate out just because he was annoying.
Yeah.
That wound up hurting me in the long run.
Not a strategic play.
No, but for my mental health, the right play.
Sure,
Like, I don't
everyone's,
think I'd be
assume,
alive right now if I had another day with Nate. I don't think.
Well, that's like the debate in The Real Survivor. Like when people do it, like, do you bring along this guy that's annoying who you know you can beat
Right.
Against a jury, or do you bring along people that you like dealing with for next
Like
week?
hang out with. Yes, that's what happened. I got lulled into the Feidelberg Kevin world.
I wonder if Nate stayed a few more rounds. I wonder if as many people even watch. Like,
No, I think people
are
would
just
stop.
like,
No,
ugh.
you're right. Yeah, no, for sure. You need people that paid for that per
right.
episode? No chance. No, I'd rather hang out with Kevin. That's how annoying fucking Nate is. So Klemmer's here. Why are you in town?
So my wife had a sales or a meeting thing, so she had hotel rooms. So I'm like,
Oh, are you in the city or?
yeah,
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
good. You go back tomorrow.
go back tomorrow.
All right, so you're joining the team tonight.
Correct.
Okay. Walk me through Jack Coleman, who's done such a bang-up job the last 24 hours. What is going on with this team for the rest of the day?
Oh my goodness. I've been trying to
a
get
good
in
start.
Well, I've been trying to get in contact with Grant. He's just crickets. Nothing from him.
Okay, Tim McCann found out that there are basically no playoffs. Like, he found that, which I told you, which I told everyone, as usual, I told everyone was the case.
I was a little confused by that though, because didn't it say potential?
So
but why would there be there's teams tie? Like, why would
I assumed that I read that as some teams don't make the play.
that's how I read it too.
Well,
So
then-
like
but
that's
that
how it is
means-
in our league.
But then it should say playoff, but it should be more, it should be better worded than that.
Sure.
Because potential play means there's potentially playoffs.
But to be fair to that, I think they read that because I remember hearing that phrase, potential playoffs.
Well, we
I thought
have
they
to be
read
in the
that on air.
playoffs. Like, we're the only thing that matters in this league. So we have to be in the playoffs.
I don't know. So
Bullying your way into another bye week.
Yeah, really? Jesus, no kidding.
we've seen this playbook.
God.
So in our league, there was only the top 4 make it. So like the first year we did it, there were like 7 teams in our division.
Right.
And then the next year we did it, there were like 12. So it got like,
Yeah.
but there's still only 4 made it. Now the thing that you guys might have to worry about is that we played our playoffs all on the same day. So 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3.
Right.
And then immediately after you play the championship game.
I don't think if there's 4 seeds, we're not going to be in it. I don't see us winning games like that many. We have to probably win 2 or 3 games.
No one with a losing record ever made the playoffs in our league.
We have 4 games left.
Yes.
So we have to go 3-1 probably to make the playoffs. That seems unlikely.
Well, the other thing I thought was maybe they put that because they didn't know how many teams were going to be in the league. Because initially there was fluctuation with the number of teams. So
Where's Grant? Well, I don't understand. Why is this?
I've been constantly trying to get in touch with this man.
That's the title of this season's documentary.
Where's Grant?
Where's Grant?
I don't understand it.
What do you have? Just an email? Do you have a phone number too?
Phone number. I tried calling him multiple times
Call him
yesterday.
now.
Left a message.
What the fuck are we doing?
Left an email.
Shut up. You're so gross. God, I hate you. Before we get to this other fuck up yesterday.
You've reached the Boston Ski Sports Club.
Boy,
You know your
guy's hard to get on the phone.
Jesus,
I have
forget
a
it.
response.
So you don't have his number then?
Well, I have like the number they give.
No, this is like to the office of the Boston Sports.
It's his office. It's his extension.
I wish there was another way telephonically that we could reach him directly.
No, it's not possible.
It's too big.
I think we could reach Adam Silver before we reach him. I mean, really. Are we going to lose YouTube rights with this or no?
No.
I think this might be for use.
Hi, you've reached Grant Santos, soccer program manager at Boston
Soccer?
Ski Sports Club.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gil Santos' kid, by the way.
Is it really?
No,
Oh.
Do you want to leave him a message?
no, I don't want to leave a message, Coleman.
He doesn't have the pipes.
Jesus, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I liked Gil, but yeah, it's so as usual. So I did an interview a couple days ago with Stephen Hayden, the author of this fine book, by the way. There's Nothing You Could Do. Great book.
It was a good interview, I gotta say.
Thank you.
I
Well,
enjoyed
somebody
it.
listened to it. Thank you. I got a bunch of compliments on it. Coleman clearly didn't listen to the interview.
I listened.
He tweets out the book is about Born in the USA. Coleman claims to be a big Bruce Springsteen fan.
Oh yeah.
So I will be fair before I criticize him. I will be fair. If you're a Springsteen fan, casual or big, a lot of people do sort of aren't aware of Born in the USA. It was a little underground album he released in '84 and didn't make a mark.
That's a Bruce song, you said?
Yes, that is
not familiar.
originally recorded by Bruce Springsteen at the E Street Band. Yeah. So Coleman, like most, even hardcore Bruce fans, don't really know that one.
No.
So we talked about that album for an hour. It's the book. The fucking book cover is essentially it's a fucking American flag on it. And Coleman tweets out the two discuss Born to Run. That's not even close.
It's a prayer for our fallen brothers and
It's
sisters.
not even. What are you doing?
I completely fucked it up. I just, in my head, had Born to Run, I guess. And in all the descriptions, I put Born in the USA. Mm-hmm. And then just when I went to do that, Born to Run popped in instead.
Can you do anything right? I mean,
It was stupid.
Okay, good.
It's Born to, and then there's a U in the last word.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
pretty close.
Yeah, but you're not a Bruce fan.
I'm a Bruce fan.
No, you're not. You are not a Bruce fan.
I don't
You're
think
not a Bruce
as
fan.
in depth. I could run through.
You don't think it's in depth as me? Is that what you said?
Yes.
I think you're right.
I will say
Right.
the game I brought today is exactly testing that knowledge for Mr. Coleman.
I know, Chris. We saw you tweet it last night.
But it's not
Chris,
Springsteen.
we'll fucking get there. We
Well, I didn't want to-
we know how excited you are. We'll
I am
get
very
there.
excited. I was on the train. I was all happy.
Chris has some better topics
Oh, yeah,
for you to get to.
Oh yeah.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Well, why? What's going on?
You're gonna bring it up anyway.
I am.
Yeah.
I don't think
we should
I
just
don't
let
think
it
you are.
come
I
up
don't think you
naturally,
are.
I think.
Oh, what do we got?
I saw an article I read in CNN on the way in. I was like,
On
this is
CNN?
on CNN.com, you know?
Yeah, go ahead. I know.
If you had 1,000 guesses, you would not guess this.
He mentioned this to us like,
What a great
Oh,
dummies.
I did not.
guys, out of the way, let me mention this.
This is bullshit. They're throwing
Give
me
me
under the
a
bus.
hint, Justin.
Finances.
Finances.
The Obama administration.
Yes. No.
Oh, Clemmer's
maybe
like
right before.
Clemmer's like a closet Republican, I think, right? Or no?
I thought his big thing was he was a closet liberal.
Yeah, no.
Oh, is that
I'm
what it was?
really
Something.
I'm really not. I'm just very moderate.
Okay. So what is this stupid story?
I said if we have nothing left, we have nothing else.
basically we don't.
say
So
that.
go
And
ahead.
I said, oh no, I did, and I said,
What's the fucking story,
I
Clemmer?
said, I said this might be the most boring story ever. I did not. I never.
what is it? Go ahead.
Okay, so I guess they're bringing back. They're bringing back subprime mortgage or no interest-free mortgages.
Great.
Big news. And I was curious. You're like, I don't know if you'd be like upset about that. If you're, like,
Upset?
well, I
I'm
you know.
furious. I'm outraged.
I thought that might
Cancel the show.
It did kind of destroy the economy in 2008. Like it's a big deal. I didn't know what
Right.
your take was.
You
Like,
read that and wondered about my take on
yeah, a
it?
little bit. Yeah, because we never. Well,
All right, so you're the producers. Set up. Go ahead. What else we got, Chris?
I'm mad at Mutt.
No.
Oh, I see.
Do the fucking story.
Oh, okay.
Chris, what else? Chris, I can't talk about Coleman right now. What else you got?
Yeah, so looks like the Phoenix Suns owner is gonna try to bring back interest-free mortgages
Where'd you read that?
on CNN.com.
Wow.
Yeah, and I did know, you weren't on the air in 2008. I didn't know what
Sure.
your feelings were about this the economic crisis we went through then.
My thoughts on the crisis?
Sure,
I was pro.
pro crisis.
What do you think my thoughts were on the crisis?
Like this happening again definitely like gave me like
doesn't
pause.
mean it's
Like,
going to happen again.
No, it doesn't. But I feel like they're starting to set up the same board game. No,
Who's they?
the people that run these giant
Jews?
No.
Okay, did you get the sense you were saying that, Justin?
yeah.
Yeah. Go
I don't
ahead.
think the Suns owner is that. No.
Is that?
Is
of
a
them.
Jewish
Is A?
person.
Is A?
a Jewish person.
Wow, this guy cannot stay out of trouble. He's the bad boy in New York. No, I mean it'd be a disaster. I don't. Well, you rent right now, right?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't own the place. You sold the place.
We sold our house. Yeah.
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
looking to buy again or no?
No, not in New York.
Matt Ishbia is Jewish.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh boy.
So the fact that I didn't know proves that I'm not. I don't look at that.
They delete his horns in the team picture every year. Most of the guys. Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking. I would say I'm against it. I haven't given a lot of thought. I didn't know that. I was not perusing CNN yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I think we need to talk about, probably more in depth. I would like you to spend at least 2 minutes tonight at dinner talking to Beanbag Ron about that.
I promise I will do that.
Good.
It felt like a story that Gus would have brought up, panicking. Like he just happened to have
that's
Twitter
that's
up, and he's like, the mortgages.
There's a late in the game Coleman Justin story when there's like an hour and 40 in. Where it's like,
I haven't been here in a few months. I thought I'd bring some, good story.
that's the one thing you wanted to ask me?
No, that was.
He was excited. He threw it out to us like,
I just read it. I was
buckle
like,
up for insanity.
You're such a moron. I forgot how dumb you are sometimes. What a moron.
Guys, I know you've missed me.
These guys buried me here.
It was Big Ev and Marty Mush care about?
It was something I was gonna bring up like near the end of the show if we had nothing else. That was
The end of my life, hopefully. If I was dying, maybe at that point, you could bring it up with my cheeks.
I'm being set up here.
Where do you have any interest in moving to Chicago?
No, I don't think so.
It's a lot cheaper there. I'm thinking from a buying perspective.
We've like talked. I don't think we'd even buy there. I don't know if I'd buy.
I went to Jerry's house.
in a
It's very
city.
nice, and it's not crazy expensive.
No, even the apartments are like we'd be able to get like a much bigger place, have like much nicer. It would be a nicer situation if we go there financially for sure. But I really like New York.
Yeah,
Like it's also closer to family. It's just
that's true.
I mean,
You don't live in the city though, do you?
yeah.
Oh, you do.
Yeah,
I
I live on Roosevelt Island.
Don't you think those crazy things in the
Yeah.
walk like Billy Crystal did in City Slickers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tiny island between Manhattan and Queens. 13,000 people live there.
Jeez. Huh. Okay.
It's nice. I love it. It's like a little town in middle of New York City. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, it's like small town America. It's just like being
No,
an
the
island.
little island
Yeah.
is. It's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they get the milk guy coming every day. Jimmy Stewart's checking every night to make sure everyone's in bed. No question. I'm sure. Where is it? Roosevelt Island?
Roosevelt Island. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, no question.
It's very nice.
So Klemmer, are we practicing tonight, Coleman?
So, I mean, that's my main thing with Grant is if we can get into that gym before the games because it's been open,
I think we just go.
we just go and shoot around and practice.
Okay. What time?
Probably like 6.
Okay. 6. We'll go there. If they kick us out, they kick us out. You're saying
At Belmont Hill.
Storm
Yeah.
the gates.
at Belmont Hill. What players have confirmed to be at dinner tonight?
Let's see. I know Gus.
Yeah.
I believe
Boy, you guys.
Ron.
You guys are just. It's Chris. Go ahead. I mean, you're a coach. I don't understand this.
I guess who's in charge of?
Ron
Well,
is
this
in.
is like obviously I'm the coach of the team, but these guys are like
Beanbag Ron said cool.
we heard that, Justin.
I didn't
They
hear
haven't
the cool
gotten back
part.
to us.
Huh?
They haven't gotten back.
No
to
one's gone back to you.
us. Yesterday.
texted multiple times.
That might be on you,
If
Kirk.
they don't respond, they're off the team. You can say no, but if they don't respond
Yeah.
by
That's just rude. If someone asks
There
a
is-
question,
yeah,
inviting
take them
someone.
out to dinner. It seems pretty nice.
Yes.
We all love Papagenos. If they don't respond by noon, I don't care who they are, they're off the team.
Do you want that message sent, or they should be listening?
What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah, we're not the Blind Mike Project. I'm not fucking sitting there talking about fucking starting John.
We're a little more lenient.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, you run your team your way.
Yeah.
We'll play you guys in a scrimmage if you want. That's fine.
I'm in. Me and Craig will post you up.
I'll tell you something. I'm a Cinema Lords guy. Okay, I would die for Cinema. I'd die for any of these guys on the team. Shark Minahan put up some updated stats this morning. As a coach of the team, I look at them. I'm honest. I don't care about my stats. I really don't. I saw Cinema Lords immediately respond to Shark Minahan about his own stats. That concerned me. Cinema. Yeah, that concerned me. That's a concern to me. Like, there's only one stat that matters. What is it, Justin?
W's and L's.
Yeah, that's 2, but 1 wins. L's the wins, right? Winning is the name of the game. Not how many steals Cinema Lords has or blocks, whatever it was. Now I looked at the stats. It is amazing if you look at the stats. We have how many guys on the team? 9, 8, 9.
I believe 9.
I think we've had 4 guys who've scored in the first 2 games. 4.
Well, it's a running clock, shorter games.
We've had 3 guys who have made field goals, or 4 guys who have made field goals in 2 games. Myself, Ron, Mick, and Cinema.
Oh, Mick has made a field goal.
No, I'm sorry, not Mick. Pat Ford, Patricia Ford,
Okay.
and Cinema Lords. I'm trying to think of a good nickname for. Now I know he's a stats guy. Cinema Lords. There's got to be some other lord. I don't know what he is,
Well,
but he's a me guy.
Yeah.
Put the me in cinema.
that's upsetting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll find out tonight. He hasn't responded.
And I'd be teed off too.
Yeah. Is Josh going to be there tonight? Has he responded? Was he on the? Did you send him an invitation? Tell me the truth.
Yes, I
Okay.
legitimately yesterday said, just a reminder, team dinner tomorrow night with Klemmer. Be sure to bring your jerseys as well so we can get working on that.
To Josh.
Josh is in that
Okay.
Chat. Remember,
Nobody responded.
In fairness, Josh might think it's just a team.
Sure.
Like I can understand him not.
Mutt didn't respond, right?
Josh deserves an individual.
No, I texted him separately.
What is he? Who is he? Larry Bird?
He's not in the chat.
Why?
I don't know. He
'Cause-
was never initially in there.
Because we didn't know if we wanted his his number out there.
Nobody cares about him.
Oh, okay.
You think a stalker would die of boredom following Mutt around? He'd kill himself. You think Mutt's gonna have a stalker? What are you talking about?
We must not have the right place. This guy hasn't left his house. in
Day
days.
12, he's at his fucking house. Great. He's drinking in the fucking front lawn. Like, what are we doing here? This team is a...
But no answer from him.
So how many people respond?
No answer.
No answer from Mutt.
This is Mutt also didn't reply back to me. I was texting with him
About what?
about working at Barstool.
What do you mean? You're offering him a job?
Oh, no.
Don't try.
No.
Connor just said, I work at Barstool and you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
what happened? What do you
No,
say?
it was during the whole thing, like when you were talking on a name show about it.
These are all the notes for the Unnamed show today? Oh, are there more?
It's whatever's on there.
4? Oh, okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
And I'll read you what I wrote him.
Okay,
And he never replied back. I thought it was very rude.
Because he's an asshole. Like
I thought he was like a nice guy.
No.
A lot's being exposed about Mutt lately. It's
I've been
upsetting.
saying this for years. I'm friends with the guy, but like I've been friends with him for 15 years. I'm stuck with him.
I always think, and I've always chalked it up to he was
Water's
busy. But I
really
always,
warm.
when you bring things,
Might burn my mouth in this fucking water.
So it was the same day I subscribed to Muttstack, which is the same day that you guys had him on, or you were talking about him, on a name show.
Right.
But it was before you came on the next day and said like, "Oh, Mutt like pissed me off." So it was like in that it was that evening.
Yes.
And he wrote, thank you for the subscription, and he had shingles, and I had shingles years ago too. So we were talking about that a couple weeks earlier. Anyway, I wrote, I know you have kids, so it's probably impossible, but would you ever consider a move to the New York City area? I know you said you have a lot of stuff going on, but having a Red Sox voice would help with baseball content here.
ooh,
What the?
I said,
who the fuck are you to be doing this?
I said, could be another thing you could pitch to Dave, maybe. I was just trying to help. I was like, I don't know. I thought it might be another thing that he could add on that he could
doesn't
like.
want to do that. Don't do this to yourself. He doesn't want
Well, I
to be
didn't
helped.
know that.
He
So-
doesn't want to be helped.
Oh, I know that now.
Right.
But I didn't know that. Like I said, think about the timing of when I sent that. Like, I was just
He's the
trying to
opposite
help.
of you. Now, you had no drive for a while. You weren't working. I'm sure you had dogs, whatever. You cared about, whatever. But you went and you got a job. Like, you hustle, you got a job. It's because of me. But you got a job. That's fine. You used me. You stabbed me back. You got your thing.
I never
Great.
stabbed you in the back. You
No
know it's
problem.
full. You know
Fine.
it's
no problem. I'm
total
a
bullshit.
forgiving guy, so it's over.
Yeah,
no problem.
yeah.
Forgive and forget. That's always been my motto. But Mutt is not a guy with any drive.
I guess I don't understand because like
Unless he has 12 beers in him, then he'll drive a lot. But he just doesn't. He doesn't care. He doesn't.
Well, imagine not replying back. Isn't that rude? Be like, oh no. He could be like, no, thank you, I'm not interested. Like, oh, I get it. All right, no problem.
He thinks he's too big. He thinks he's too big to talk to do shit like that. He's not. He thinks he's too big to sell lollipops. He thinks he's too big to do this show. He thinks he's too big to do. He just thinks he's wrong. But and I'm friends with the guy. I have no. I a couple weeks ago made a decision. I was like, I'm staying out of it. It's just who he is. I'm not going to change who he is. He just doesn't want that stuff.
did you think Klemmer was fucking with him or something? Because that is rude not to say. Like,
Not even reply back.
Yeah,
I agree. I mean,
And this was back. I
the
could.
shingle stuff sounds dreadful conversation, but
Yeah,
like you
well,
were
no,
nice. I mean,
this was on April 18th,
April. He hasn't responded since.
May 30th. Like that's I think that's just rude. Like
I
if somebody,
agree.
like I was like,
If you text me, do I respond?
always.
Yes.
Like immediately.
Yes. Say, I can tell you right now, if I texted Dave Portnoy right now, he would respond to me within a minute or whatever. If he's doing something 8 minutes, I'm just saying. Well, it's just, this idea that you can't, everyone has their phone with them all the time. I think that's just bullshit. Unless you're traveling or.
I mean, it is
something serious
Facebook.
going-
I mean, it's not. It's whatever. Twitter, like DMs, like. But
Okay, but still, he can.
But he had replied back to the other things.
Of course.
Actually, I think maybe he didn't see it. I'm hoping, but
Oh,
like,
please,
I just think that was kind of shitty. I was
What do
trying
you
to
got,
help the
Justin?
guy.
This is your guy. You hate Klemmer, so go ahead.
I don't hate Klemmer.
Oh no, they're
No, we went to the movies.
Klemmer's
together.
my
patch
best friend.
things up.
All right, yeah, that was a great episode. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Actually, it was a good episode. It was just a stupid trip, but go ahead.
I think that I think it goes back to I think just Mutt doesn't want to. He's self-sabotaging himself.
That's exactly who would self-sabotage. You can just say self-sabotaging. It would be himself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just economics. I'm trying to keep you.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make you.
He's
better
he's
English.
self-sabotaging
Yes, but why?
because he's depressed.
No, that's not why. He's been like this forever. He's a weird guy.
Maybe he's always been
Well, then
depressed.
he's a weird
though.
guy.
Huh?
There are people that I'm speaking from experience. You don't realize you're depressed for a long time. It could be
No,
that.
he's too dumb to be depressed. That's my Dustin Johnson theory. Like, he can't be depressed. He's too stupid.
I take that as a compliment.
Yeah, like Mutz, right? Yeah, yeah. Well, you barely over the line. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. You're hanging over it.
I appreciate it.
I think you might slip under it though. If you get like one, get hit in the head once, you'll be fine. You'll never be depressed.
That's the goal. Last few years. That's what I've gotten dumber.
That's it. So I don't know. That's not surprised. I will say not. If you had said to me, you were going to do that, I'd say he might just not get back to you. But then he'll call and he'll be like, oh, he'll do his whole thing. And it's like,
I didn't see
I
this.
will say everyone in the entire world seems to have been offering Mutt something.
I don't know
or trying
why.
to help him out.
I've stopped. He doesn't want to. He just wants to do what he's doing. It's fine. He's not making any money, but that's up to him. That's his choice. It's okay.
And I understand that too. If he, like I said, I think it's just rude just not to reply. Like, if someone invites someone to dinner, like, you always just say yes or no. Isn't that just like common courtesy? That's bizarre to me.
I agree.
Even just say like, even a bullshit like, I'll think about it. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I tried to give it out in the thing. I was like, I know you have other stuff going on with your kids. Like, it's probably impossible, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You could have been like, no, thank you, or whatever. I don't know.
Beach Badge Coleman. That's your old account?
Oh yeah.
You don't even have Springsteen in your top 3 artists of all time. 4 artists of all
What
time.
I have, I don't remember.
You had
What person was I pretending to be back then?
if somebody,
That's quite an indictment, Coleman.
What mask was I wearing at that time?
to be fair, it's all the way back in 2021.
Oh, he's a different person
difference.
then.
So you couldn't tell me your favorite artist is?
Eminem's probably up there.
Eminem is number not on the list.
Oh,
That's crazy.
come on.
It's your list.
You made the list.
I know. I don't remember the list.
And you have somebody at 4. You responded to somebody at number 4. Number 3, you have Kanye West.
Okay.
Times have changed.
Number 2, you have Prince.
Prince is great.
What's your favorite Prince album?
Yeah, that's just a.
It-
He
Hold,
doesn't.
hold on, Mike. Who you host a show?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jesus, I'm not Jimmy Stewart. All right, let me just.
Probably have listened to Purple Rain more than anything.
Yeah, what's your favorite? What's
that's
your
pretty deep.
Give me that.
It's
What's
not
your
a deep cut.
your second favorite artist? Give me all the songs on the album.
I don't know it like that. When Doves Cry though is definitely.
Yeah. I never heard of that one. Was that released?
I mean, that's my favorite Prince song.
it was a
Maybe
B-side.
one of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah. Okay. What else do you like on that album? Don't say Purple Rain because we know that's on the album. There's another number 1 song on that album.
Is Let's Dance on there?
That's not Prince.
Why am I?
Maybe he thinks Prince is David Bowie. He's like,
David
"Man,
Bowie, by
excited,
the way, is
that's
his
why
number
he's
1
so good."
artist on the list. We will get there.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Is Let's Dance on there?
Number 1. I think you mean Let's Go Crazy.
Yes, my bad. Sorry.
So why are you such a fucking phony?
I'm not a phony.
Coleman, you just said Prince, your second favorite artist of all time. His most well-known album. I actually agree. I actually think it's his best album. You say Let's Dance, which is a number 1 song, Prince, Let's Go Crazy. You don't even know the name of it.
I meant Let's Go Crazy.
Oh, sure.
I'll give me another one then.
1999.
That's not on an album.
I can say the one about Nikki, Darling Nikki. That's on there. Good song.
There you go. There you go.
It's better than I would have done.
Also released. It's like a released song. Like what unreleased Prince songs do you like? Your second favorite artist?
I don't know unreleased.
Your favorite artist is David Bowie.
That's crazy. That's a bad
You
list.
tweeted it. You tweeted it.
Bad list.
I didn't think it was on the list.
He's
I
arguing
thought you were
himself
guessing.
in the past.
You tweeted it.
I don't know what I was thinking.
You were
Bad
trying to
list.
impress them. Like,
No one. I just-
2021.
It's I've never seen a man this different from who he was.
Then OJ at Cheapy47
OJ.
responds.
Oh.
You misspelled Rihanna 3 times. Coleman. NGL. That stands for not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yep.
OJ. I had her at 4 before realizing I didn't want to do a top 5. So lazy, then he can't even pretend to do a top 5.
He had a top 4.
Yeah.
Couldn't
He had
do a top
Rihanna
5.
4.
That's crazy.
You tweeted it, not me.
I know it's a horrible take.
Yeah, why are you saying it's crazy?
Because I don't
Like my top 4, right?
I don't
would be-
agree with
my
it.
top 4 would be Bruce Springsteen would be number 1. You should listen to some of his music. I fluctuate. I'd probably have Tom Petty 2, Bob Seger 3, and I don't know.
Rihanna.
Yeah, it's probably Rihanna. Like either Fogerty or one of these guys 4. But I wouldn't pretend to. Like Bruce, yes. Petty, yes. I know 300 songs of theirs. Literally.
So I never really listened to Bob Seger's music, and I've gotten very into him lately.
You like
I'm
the
not
hits,
tweeting
though?
out, and I'm not tweeting out Bob Seger is the greatest, the feeling that I feel, man, when I listen to Like a Rock.
It's just people pretending. He's just pretending.
Yeah.
For some weird reason. I don't know
But
why.
I don't know what I would be pretending for. I guess
That's
just
a question for you.
But
You tell me you did it.
But I just think at
You're
that
pretending
time,
to have a
in
personality.
in that time, in that moment, that's what I was feeling as my top 4. But I fully disagree with that list.
Well,
now.
give me some Bowie stuff that you like. Let's go crazy.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why I put that. I'm not even a major Bowie guy like
You
that.
were definitely trying. This all comes down to trying to get pussy.
You're posing.
You say the word dick different than me, Justin. You say pussy. It's weird. I don't think he's trying to get pussy.
I don't even know that. Maybe just like it's who he thinks
He wants to be
supposed
cool.
to be.
Like he's the cool Coleman guy.
We do forget how young Coleman is. Like he's not that far removed from just trying to figure out his personality.
Yes.
4 years ago, though, like
3 years ago.
He was 20.
3 years ago. I mean,
How old are you, Coleman?
24.
Yeah, he's 21. Like he should be able. If he has a favorite artist,
how
he should
does
be able to
music
stand by
taste change that much in 3 years?
I like a lot of music.
it. What's your favorite David Bowie song?
Um,
Oh no! Come on, Coleman.
Life on Mars.
Okay.
Good song.
Yeah. He always goes deep in the catalog. Could you name 10 songs of his?
Neither would I,
Probably
but I'm not
not.
pretending to be a music fan.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying. You can't name 10 songs of his. He just said. You can't name 5, can you?
Life on Mars. Ziggy Stardust. Let's dance. Would Dancing in the Street count?
No, that's a fucking remake with Mick Jagger. That's not their
Great
song
music video,
originally.
though.
Jesus Christ, Coleman.
I don't know. I don't know why
You
I
said he was your favorite.
I know, but I don't agree with
I'm a
it.
different man than I was
you arguing with
900 days ago.
I think I'm arguing with myself. I don't know. I'm not that big of a Bowie guy like that, though.
I can name more both Uke songs than you can name David Bowie songs. And I don't even like David
Yeah.
Bowie. Like he's fine, but he didn't do anything for me. But like I wouldn't pretend.
I'll go back on my argument a little because I'm looking at it as if we're
Starman?
talking about Klemmer when he was 20. I forget it's like 3 years ago for him.
But also, if you say he's your favorite, like you should listen to one album.
Right.
Did you hit your head or something?
Who are you trying to impress?
I wasn't trying to. What? Who would be impressed?
You tell me. You did the list.
I don't know. That's just what I was feeling in that given time at that day. Maybe for that month or whatever. That's
Does it
what
say
was-
all time or does it say this is what I'm currently?
NGL, Justin. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me right now. What an absolute idiot.
It's almost like he doesn't have an identity. Like
That's
Kirk,
what I'm saying,
Like
yeah.
Kirk, you are so steadfast. Like I love Springsteen. I love golf. Like there are things that just like foundations of kind of who you are. He doesn't have those foundations.
No, he's
He
looking
just-
for those things.
Well, he has those things, but Harry Potter. He loves Harry Potter.
That's
but I
true.
think he's
I do
afraid to.
He's a real Harry Potter.
He's afraid to really go in and be like.
I think
hey,
you want him to
I'm
be like a bro,
crazy.
but he's actually just like a fucking dork, which is okay. I think that's great. Embrace it.
somewhere in between.
No, there's nowhere in between. I've seen you shoot hoops. I've seen you try.
Yeah, you've nailed that answer. Tells me you've nailed it.
You went to like a super rich private school, and
Yeah.
you couldn't be like the nerdy Harry Potter kid.
Just embrace it.
What are you talking about? You could be a nerd in high school nowadays. Like Marvel, Harry Potter, all that is like socially accepted.
But you want to be cool though, but you're not.
What do you mean want to be cool? I just
You're not though.
But that's what we're telling you.
It's okay. It's fine.
I can get you Rex.
What else?
That I also should say, Coleman, even in this group of men, no
Right.
one finds you cool.
Nobody.
Think about that.
Nobody.
Take stock in that.
Nobody. I mean, this
I'm
group.
taking the scalpel out and I'm gonna carve you up.
That's right.
What else is going on?
Well, Mutt got back to me finally.
What do you have to say?
Must
He
be nice.
said, sorry, forgot to text Coleman back yesterday. I have no car right now. Why doesn't no one have a car? In the shop, no ETA on when it's back, so dinner unlikely for me, unfortunately.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's a loser.
What a fucking.
Loser.
I wrote a fucking speech, and some of this stuff has to do with Mutt being a teammate. This is bullshit.
There's no way they're playing baseball tonight. It's pouring all day.
So he doesn't have a car, so he can't ask for someone for a ride?
Right.
He doesn't have an Uber? I don't have a car either, Mutt.
He's too embarrassed. I'm telling you.
Does he live that far away from this
Justin would pick him up.
I'll drive him.
Yeah. What? And from
Does he
Waltham to
live, like-
Chelmsford, it's like, you know how far it is. Like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
I mean, they have Ubers. They have other. He should know that.
He should know that. He's a loser. He's a loser. Go. What's that, Mike?
I like the idea of Klemmer scratching out Mutt's name and writing a
No!
beanbag Ron. and-
No, I'm leaving it in there. No, it should happen. I'm leaving it in there. Fuck him. If he's not there, I'm mad.
Has anybody responded since then?
Yes.
Weird how that works. Who? What are people saying?
Pat Ford, I'll be there.
Oh, it's too bad.
Cinema Lords is in.
Okay.
Ron had already said he was in. Nothing from Mick yet, officially.
He'll be there.
Yeah, I assume so.
Did you guys say Mick was upset about the trivia?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but was that a tweet? Was that a bit? I mean,
Well, I don't know. He said he was going to record a podcast last night.
with you, Coleman, right? I saw.
No,
I
not.
think that was a
joke?
jab at the picture of the guy on the skeleton. There was like a skeleton guy.
Yeah.
How's the episode? I haven't got to hear it yet.
Still
Still
waiting
working?
on, still
Okay.
waiting on it,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it's
I listened a little bit this morning, Running in the Rain, to 3 Up, 3 Down on the Menors Network. People should go subscribe, my friend Menors. And they had Tom Shattuck on with Cain is Able and McFuss-Daddy. And again, these guys are like, Shattuck's like, Kirk should like get better players. And I'm like, do you understand how this works? Like, we're not, like, I have people reach out to me all the
oh
time.
my god,
Yeah.
it's insane.
I have Division
Stop.
One guys, like, but like, is that what people really? The hardcore Minute fans do not want to watch me with 4 really good. Like, there's no fun in that. Watch us win by like the fun is watching guys on the show play. That's
Recruiting
why.
is something to think about for next year. perhaps.
No, Steve's gonna play next week. Polar's gonna play the week after. They're part of the show. That's how it works. I would never, like I said, that's what kind of ruined the free throw shooting thing for me.
Right.
I didn't really like that. Like, I didn't like when they brought in these ringers at the end. There was a bunch of ringers shooting free throws. People watching, who the fuck are these guys?
Well, even like
At least Dave and Dan had to make shots then, I guess. But yeah.
right, but even like I would accept Pat Beverly because he works.
Oh, no
Yeah,
problem.
for the company.
part of that.
Where
Completely.
like if someone that was in here all the time was like a D1,
He should
like,
play.
low level, then he should be
Right.
on the team.
Definitely.
But-
Yeah, but they don't like bring in the guy who no one's ever seen before, has never been on the show because he listens. It's stupid. It's dumb. Not going to happen. So, what else?
So I saw the other day that Fred Toucher in his tribute to Bill Walton
Got in
was
some
just
trouble, I saw.
horrible.
John and Warren cannot make it.
Huh?
John and Warren cannot make it.
Okay. What do you think of that?
Disappointing. I mean, wasn't he suspended the first half?
First half, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure he'll put out some message about it. It's people need to know. Go ahead.
Felt compelled.
How we doing, guys? Hey, Fred, most important thing you got to do today is you got to, in tribute to Bill Walton, you got to run back the clip many years ago when you hung up on him after the Celtics lost the finals.
Thought about that over the weekend. I'm like, I wonder if that's something. I think we address it, but I don't know that today's the day to play it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, why not? It happened. He called in and he was acting the fool about his son on the Lakers, and they said, first of all, you got to buy a Jeep Wrangler.
I'm looking over these mountains, Majesty. I remember that.
Yeah, but he was like, but while he was selling cars, like, make up your mind, you phony hippie. Like, are you really selling cars, or are you all about peace and love?
So I just thought he was like trying too hard.
I don't even really I have more of a problem with Hardy being like, well, today's not the day.
Yeah, neither do I. I have no problem with it, but I do think he was like, I'm going to be the guy who calls out Bill Walton. Like, I could tell. I've been there too, where like everyone's just sucking somebody's dick, and you're like, I want to be the guy who doesn't.
Sure.
So I think Fred felt, but I
like that he was like,
he's
like, he annoyed me, so I fucking hung up on him. I'm not going to be like, oh man, I wish I'd never done that.
Oh, he
He's a
apologized.
man with a family.
He apologized yesterday, though.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah,
Is there anything to Toucher maybe trying to be a little edgy because Rich has the new show?
Maybe.
Or do you think that's just a coincidence?
I actually think I really don't listen much. I think Fred thinks Hardy stinks and is like annoyed. That's my take on it. I don't know that, but he just seems annoyed with him. I don't know. Who knows? But I think Fred's probably an irritable guy. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was I saw it got a lot of attention, but like, what were they going to do? Suspend him for that? Like, he didn't like Bill Walton, so what?
Right. And that doesn't even seem that bad.
No, I
They
didn't
were
think
talking
it was a
about
big deal.
one incident, not his life as a man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know the story. So what, he was on during the finals or something? Or
I guess they had him on after a game as like a Celtics recap or
Yeah, and
something.
they just hung up
and he
on
was
him?
annoying, so they hung up on him.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't think it was a big deal.
He's not like Rich leading the way to change sports media. That
Oh, yeah,
Barrett media.
yeah. Jason Barrett is a prostitute. It's just unbelievable. And these guys are retweet him. Rich Shirley is such a loser. Just this idea that it's all going to change now. It's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb.
Is there any news on how his show's doing? Like, are any ratings out at all?
No, it's usually 3 weeks. Okay. Is when we get our weeks, it'll be staggered by 3 weeks. So he'll get them probably the end of next week, I guess.
They the thing the show tweeted out was the other name Mark Madden. Is that what they said?
It was a Mark Madden.
It was Rich Shirtley and someone else.
Oh, was Madden doing like a sports show on a rock station now?
Maybe it's a different guy. I'm fucking it up, but
I think it probably is. I guess. Yeah. revolutionary.
Yes.
I will say, if you go on WZLX's Facebook page, whenever they post about Rich Chertenlieb, all the comments are like, "Bring back Pete and Heather. No longer listening until he's done. The morning show now sucks. Please end this experiment."
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think they're in a. I think they're in a tough spot. I don't know what they do now. If the ratings are bad.
Well, that would probably happen anyways, though, right?
Yeah, probably.
The people that like the show aren't going to comment as much.
Especially people like hearing music in the morning.
Right, the existing Facebook members of that station are probably older.
Right.
Facebook's older anyway, so that's probably true. That's the way it always is. People just want to bitch, but yeah.
Could they go back to like playing some music?
Well, that'll be interesting. If you see 3 or 4 months in, if they're playing a little music, that means that
Things
it's
aren't
not
going
going well,
well,
and
yeah.
they're giving in. And yeah, that could definitely happen. I don't know. We'll see.
That's what they did to Maddie and Nick, your boy Fitzy, when he had a show on AAF.
Oh yeah.
They were like, they're going to be the next Opie and Anthony. They're
Yeah.
going to be an afternoon. And then pretty quickly it was like, they could talk for like 20 minutes an hour.
Play a
And
couple
then it
records?
kept getting reduced. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, if it's not working, which I don't think it's working, so I don't know, but I don't think it's working. What else?
You tweeted out this morning that Gerard Mayo is a
Ooh,
big zero.
oh, huge zero. I don't know if it's a Mayo name or whatever it is, but he had Tony Dungy in there, like talking to the players, giving a speech, and I saw a Reese's video, and Reese is like, he's like, he just admires my coach, but also admires as a man. I'm like, this is fucking, this is over. It's over.
Well, it all matters just if they win. Because if they go, 12-5,
They're not
this
going
year,
12-5 without
but
losing.
I'm just saying, if they do, everyone's going to be like, he changed the culture. It'll be
True, but it's not going to happen.
And if they don't, then they'll use this as the example. It matters whether or not they win. This shit doesn't matter.
No, he's dumb. They're a dumb organization. So dumb organizations do dumb things. Like this guy is I know Klemmer didn't like Belichick and wanted Mayo to be the coach, but this is going to be. You should, as a Jets fan, you should want this.
Is that true?
I am not a Patriots fan. I did not like Bill Belichick. I thought the smarter play would have been hiring Vrabel.
I mean, sure, but like Mayo's like, they're worried about winning like that game. Like, oh, he's so thoughtful. Tony Dungy, great guy. Tony Dungy, wonderful guy, but really terrific guy. So if you're a Patriots fan, I'm gonna say they're gonna go 3-14 this year.
They are projected right now to have the worst record in the NFL.
I think
odds-on favorite.
Wouldn't surprise me. Is there a great quarterback coming up or no?
Drake May.
You mean like next year's draft?
Yes.
They say like what Deion's kid, right? Is supposed to be.
Oh my God, Jesus! Isn't one of Deion's kids? Didn't one of Deion's kids just pay $15 million in some lawsuit or something?
I thought he declared bankruptcy.
Yeah, because he beat up some gym teacher or something and like broke his fucking paralyzed him or some story.
I don't know this at all.
This is one of the young kids in college.
Yeah, one
Shiloh.
Bankruptcy already.
Yeah, what is the story?
$12 million assault against Shiloh.
Where was Jesus during that?
A security guard.
That's my favorite ever.
Focus
when he told
Academy
the
of Dallas.
Yeah. Deion Sanders is the biggest fucking phony who's ever lived. Oh my God. We're gonna have to sit through that again this year. Everyone's gonna pretend all the dummies at Barstool gonna pretend like Dave and Casey and pretend he's like this great guy and this great coach.
What if I don't think he'll win this year.
Yeah, I feel like that dialed down the second half of last year.
Yeah, because they sucked, but they were sitting there, getting mad at people. Jesus. Ugh. What else going on?
I saw Mayor Wu is under a ton of
All
fire.
right, okay. What do you got, Clemmer? I don't care.
I'm having Menor on Pick Central next week.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
They want. I guess there's a huge cricket match coming up, and
you're just giving this is a gateway drug for him. You're just enabling him by doing this.
They wanted us to talk about cricket on like for a short segment for each of the.
Does he give his real name, or does he mean Menors?
I don't know. I'll let him, I guess, decide that. But yeah, it's a quick 5-minute segment on Pick Central. I think on next Thursday.
Doesn't Rico hate him?
I didn't ask Rico's permission.
I'm not saying permission. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe they can hash it out.
Is that true or no? I think Rico hates him or something. No.
Yeah. So he hates.
like
I know he hates Rico.
Okay.
Yeah. I honestly, Rico. I've never once heard Rico mention anything about Menors ever.
Okay.
So
You might not know who he is.
Well, who? I think
Rico might know.
Rico's a pretty good memory of people.
There's
But
some issue. Something happened.
Okay.
But I'm sure Rico would be happy to have Menors come on and talk about cricket for 5 minutes.
He was very outspoken about like Nadeau Menors when this was going on. Like
I think
Rico would remember that.
I think Menors gone on Twitter saying, and again, look, this is Klemmer's show, so it's you, Rico, Big Ev,
Yep.
and Smitty, right?
Yes, and yes, 5 of us.
Parade Star. That's 4 people I just said.
It's me, Big Ev, Marty, Rico,
Marty,
Smith.
right, Marty as well. I actually know. I actually know. So Menors has been big tweeting out. This just happened. That because he's like, I don't know why these guys all like Rico. Rico's a scumbag.
Oh,
Rico
no.
did this to Khan's wife. Very outspoken.
I
on
didn't
Twitter.
know.
Really?
Well, if you did your research, I'm doing it for you.
I didn't do any research.
So you're stabbing my friend
Clemmer's
Rico
sitting
Bosco.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. No, Rico's my friend too. No, if he's saying shitty stuff, then I'm going to pull the invite.
Wow.
Well, why not? Why not have maybe a spirited debate?
Rico won't
I
say
don't
that.
know.
I know
I don't know if this is the segment for it.
I know you guys are just there for the picks. I get that. I totally get that.
No, this is.
This isn't one of your scripted ones where you get mad, or is it? Which one is it?
I don't have scripted things where I get mad. I get mad. Do you have scripted things when you get mad, Kirk? When you say I stab you in the back and I never did anything to you?
No, absolutely
No,
not.
that's not. No. Okay.
I know you
all
pay
right.
attention to them because then you will then emulate them on Pick Central episode later. So Menors is. Do we have Menors tweets about Rico?
I can find some.
Okay. So staring straight ahead. You want to look those up? So yeah, he said he's a scumbag. He's a bad guy.
I don't like that.
Well,
I'm not gonna put Rico in that spot then.
Well, why not?
Because I don't know if this is a segment for it. This is something that kind of a sponsor-driven segment, so I don't know if that's the best fit for it. But I think those two should definitely hash it out. Maybe on this show.
Sure. I mean, that's a good, but to have him on for cricket, I think makes sense.
Rico, the hypocritical retard.
Whoa, Jesus.
Manners.
And Clemmer's like, come on, Manners, get in here.
Nope, I'm pulling the invite. Fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
I don't think that's well. Okay.
I mean,
Rico is the worst third chair of all time.
Wow.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to talk to Rico about it, and then we'll see what's going on. But I think you can't be saying that stuff and come on, man. Like why is Menor so down on Rico?
Because of his stuff in
Rico
the
went
past.
after coworkers' families. Biggest hypocrite in Barstool. Poop emoji.
Wow.
Wow, he put poop emoji on that?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What was that?
Serious?
Menors?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's not. That's not good.
No,
though.
it's Rico's show too. I'll talk to Rico.
Manners isn't gonna like this.
Obviously, it's Rico's show more than mine.
Why not?
Rico's been doing
Chris
it.
pulling the plug on him.
Oh, you get mad at me?
No, I'm not
He
saying
tweeted
that.
those things out.
Yeah.
I mean, you either own it or you don't. So yeah, okay.
I was happy to have Manners on because I know Manners does know cricket really well, so I was excited to have
How
him
the
on.
hell do you know that?
He seems to be well.
I know, but you don't know that.
No, I don't know about
He
cricket.
might not know a fucking thing. I mean, I'm sure he does.
Let me rephrase that.
He appears to.
Let me phrase that.
We're
Manners
getting
seems.
a call from Menors.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I think I was right.
Good morning.
Good evening. Good evening from
there.
Australia.
Sure. Hello. How are you? Well, I mean, I know you as a shit stir. You can't have a problem with me bringing these tweets to light. I mean, these are you stand by.
Absolutely.
You stand by your tweets, I presume.
Oh, 100%. I'm not running away from this at all.
That
You
way.
wouldn't
I want to clear something up.
You wouldn't
Menors
apologize.
is my
then?
real name.
Menors is your real name.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So Menors, go ahead. That's a good start. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you wouldn't maybe apologize or at least consider that Rico's changed or maybe like hey like Rico did some shitty stuff in the past but he has worked hard to change. Like I'll be the first one to say that.
Yeah, I just, I don't have a lot of respect for Rico. I didn't actually realize he was part of Pick Central. But yeah, I stand by everything I said. He is such a hypocrite until his performance with Nadu recently just proves that he's still unhinged. Just below the surface is that scumbag that, reached out to other people's wives and stuff. I mean, it's heinous.
Well, not wives, singular, just one wife, Khan's wife. That's it.
Well, that's enough. That's terrible.
Well,
that is terrible.
if you've seen Khan's on Twitter, it's really not that bad. It's probably doing us all a favor. But all right, so Klemmer, you are a student of the Kirk Minahan show, right?
Yes.
A huge fan of the show.
Yes.
So what you're saying is if a potential guest on the show has a conflict with another host on the show, your first inclination is to pull that guest, correct?
If it's a
Is that
sponsored,
yes or no? That's what I just heard.
It's more complicated than that. It's not yes or no, Kirk.
It's a fucking Pick Central show.
It's
Big Ev is on it. It's not that complicated. Marty Mush is on it. The guy's a fucking moron.
That part's not complicated.
What's complicated?
Just if it's a sponsor-driven segment, I don't know if the sponsor's going to want that.
Could get people watching if Rico freaks out on someone.
I agree. I think they should definitely have it out. Maybe not on that segment.
Bob Murchison.
I also want to
What's that?
It's a little bit of Bob Murchison.
Little Bob. That's who he is.
I also don't want to.
I don't know if Wendy's literally would like to.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah.
Fans can't go through Zoom either.
Yeah,
So.
can we just say the Red Sox
So,
scores?
so you're saying you are because Rico
No,
is
I'm going
not.
to talk to Rico. It's Rico.
Well, I can tell you how Rico is going to react.
Well, we'll find out. I'll talk to
So
Rico.
what you're saying is Rico pulls all the strings then.
It's Rico's show. Rico's been in that show a lot longer than I have.
So it's Rico's call.
It's yes.
You're powerless in this situation.
Well, yeah, I would talk to Rico about it. It's his show too.
Okay. So if Rico says no, it's a no.
Yeah.
All right, Manners. I mean, that's. I guess that's it.
Well,
that's fair.
Well,
it's his
I'm
show.
very good at talking about cricket, and there's a lot of talk in the chat that Klemmer thinks he's more famous than you now, Kirk. He's got swinging his dick around and everything.
Really?
What do you think?
If there's one thing I care about, it's the chat during the show, man. It's
What,
top priority.
why would people say that? What is the motivation behind that?
I'm not sure. I guess it's just this sort of attitude now that you're very famous now in New York. I don't agree with this.
I don't agree with either. It pains Manners to.
I hope that's true. Goodbye, Manners. I certainly hope Klemmer's more famous than me. Stop concerned about what's going on in the chat.
I really enjoyed Menners. Menners said something about my show. Like I did go live on Sunday mornings, and Menners had this whole thing about how it's the worst day to go live, and I just quote tweeted it and said, "My God," and he replied, "I didn't want to be the one to have to break this thing." It gave me no pleasure, is what he said.
You got a 3 up, 3 down. You got the down from Tom Shattuck and somebody else. Yeah, I forget what it was, but you got.
What does that mean? Bad, I assume, but
I think you know what thumbs down means, Mike. It's not good.
I'm asking. That's
not good.
So that's just in general. Thumbs
up,
thumbs down.
Not good. Shattuck's down. You go work on that.
That's too bad.
Was there anything you need to improve specifically?
I forget. I have to say that. Yeah, I didn't pay
Sorry, Mike.
What's that, Coleman?
Is Shattuck removed from the network now?
Yes. Well, he went on the Menners network, which is fine, but he went on he brought his show over there for an episode. You can't do that.
He claimed it was a simulcast.
It was not. So but again, people just have Menners on. People can do whatever they want. What else is going on?
Do you see this Isaiah Thomas tweet?
Which?
The one where he was talking about how he was getting robbed at gunpoint with an AK-47, but then they noticed him, and they put the guns away. He said, "Really tripping on how these young kids are moving around. I really had a life-changing moment yesterday where a kid pulled an AK-47 out on me and the homies, and if it wasn't for who I was,
the Celtics guard or the Pistons
Celtics.
guard? Okay, yeah.
And if it wasn't for who I was and him recognizing me in my own city, he probably would have ended all of our lives. Be safe." And then he deleted it.
Like a clear lie, right?
Yeah, I would think so. He deleted it?
He did delete it.
Oh,
is that the second most famous Isaiah Thomas?
I don't know why he would. Well, why would he lie? I mean, I don't understand. Just alone?
I don't know.
That is strange. That is weird.
And if it's true, it's more leave it up, because that's a very interesting story. Because why would someone, no witnesses unless the guy was a decent NBA player for a little while?
Who would even know him at this point?
If you're a big NBA fan.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. You have to be very specific.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I mean, Coleman would know him, but I don't know who else would. Yeah. Huh. All right. What else?
Big match tonight on the dozen.
Yes. Yeah. Big match. Oh, yeah. Well, Klemmer won last night. He had a great poll on the, what was it? Primavera. What was it?
The
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. Which someone then chimed in, was like, "Oh, they talked about this on KMS." And it's like, it seeped into my brain. I don't know.
That's what happened.
There's calories in chicken Alfredo at Olive Garden.
Oh, yes. That is why. Must be.
My guess would have been 1620, but you got it, right? Was it 1570?
1570.
That's a great guess. We talked about that in the show?
Because of Justin.
Yes.
Oh, right. There
that was
you go.
Justin's meal.
There you
It
go.
was not.
No.
I got the shrimp Alfredo.
Oh.
So I'm a fucking asshole.
so it's me, Rico, and Hank against. I reached out to Rico before to make sure he's comfortable. That's what I do with Rico. It's, that's just a good teammate and a good friend. I wouldn't put Rico in an uncomfortable situation. Others might. Against Coleman, Mutt, and Gus. I will say this. I won't give anything away. It's on tonight. Coleman gives, I think, the worst guess in the history of the dozen tonight. But you have to, if you know the subject at all, it's the worst guess in the history of the dozen.
We assumed. You didn't have to tell us.
Yes, right, yeah. I mean, unbelievably bad. I think it might be Coleman's dumbest moment so far.
Are there times, does it stand out? Or
Yes.
are there times we might think no.
Okay. This stands out.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there are other moments where he's dumb. But this one really, wouldn't you say, Justin?
It's wild, but it's not wild in the same.
I'll say this. I'm going to defend Coleman for a moment. People get mad. They think I defend Coleman too much. I'm going to do it. It's that one where we all guess, all three of us.
Bonus round.
So, yeah. But some bonus rounds. We all make a guess in each question.
A bad guess doesn't hurt you here, is what you're saying.
Well, no, yeah, that's true. But also, he was not. I think he was the last one on his team to put the answer out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that okay.
So he could have lied.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Don't. You're trying to make an excuse.
Justin, shut your fucking mouth. Just shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. All right, forget it. What else? What's next? I'm not gonna. If Justin needs to editorialize every sentence I say, we'll talk about something else. What else? Let's do more on that Isaiah Thomas story. No. I want to do more on the Isaiah Thomas story. Justin brought it up. Go ahead, Justin. Give me more thoughts on that. Go ahead. You're the one that wants to talk. It's your show. Go ahead.
Well, I think that if
we know you think it, you're saying it, so there's no reason for you to say I think. Continue.
If he's going to tweet it out, he should stand by it.
Okay, great.
And he deleted it like 10 minutes after he posted it. And in the,
like 10 minutes after you posted, or 10 minutes after you posted? Do we have the specific time?
We don't have the specific time.
Okay, so don't say that if you don't know. What else?
On the Isaiah Thomas thing?
Yeah, well, you brought it up. You're the one who's got all the thoughts. Go ahead.
It's also strange to put out really tripping how these young kids are moving around.
You already said this. You already read the tweet. So what
if
else?
it was a serious thing, you should treat it seriousness.
Okay. You should treat it what?
You should treat it with seriousness.
Okay. What else? These are things you're hoping I was going to say when the story perked up your ears?
I thought you would have something to say on it.
Okay. Go. Well, the floor is yours. The show is yours. Continue.
And he hasn't really addressed it ever since. Mm-hmm. People are calling him a liar.
Who?
Me. Yeah.
No, not you, Mike. Who? I mean, you people. Who you got?
People on Twitter.
Like who?
Hoop Central.
Okay. Who else? What else in this story is interesting to you?
Nothing else.
Then why'd you? I mean, if you have 3 thoughts on it, you thought that's worthy of the show. Okay. What else, Coleman?
Jerry Seinfeld is wanting to bring back dominant masculinity.
I saw Seinfeld was crying yesterday. Did you see this video? So he did this interview with
He's doing a lot of podcasts.
Barry Weiss.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's about Israel, and like he just like. Do you have the clip where he doesn't say anything? He's just crying.
No, I missed that.
Yeah, it was all over the place yesterday.
I missed this completely. I read the article where he wants the masculinity, but I missed him crying.
Yeah. Well,
He's
between
doing so many
the Isaiah
podcasts.
Thomas story and the fucking mortgages, I can see how you guys would get lost in all this stuff.
The mortgages.
Mortgages brought the show to a halt. Typical Klemmer.
It could have gone somewhere.
Nobody can ruin something like Klemmer. It's unbelievable.
And so you yourself have become politicized in a way.
Little bit, yeah.
Do you feel that?
I do.
You comfortable with
It's not what I asked for.
Oh, I thought that was the one about Israel. Or
Yeah, he's crying in this clip.
There's a clip where he doesn't say anything. He just cries. You know what I'm talking about, Justin? Do you have it or no?
Yep.
Go ahead.
You know, you just.
He's like crying here.
Jerry.
Hold on. He goes.
What is this salty discharge?
Let's say, go back a little bit. Go back a little bit, Justin.
Are you thinking of someone in particular?
He's crying. He's nodding here. It's a guy who spent 20 years working on the film with a Pop-Tart.
Sorry.
What the hell?
Why?
I just can't take
You can kiss 2% of my ass.
I can never take her seriously.
That clip was tweeted out by the country of Israel.
I saw that.
Just at Israel.
They have his back.
Wow.
I don't really understand. I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like, I get it's a whatever. But what is he doing?
I don't know.
Is that his wife? Is she super into it?
I guess so. Yeah.
I think so. Didn't she fund like a anti-protest or like a counter-protest or something? I think she's
big Jew.
I remember when we were doing Surviving, Dave was talking to us, and he's like, I might have to go do this video with what's his face, with Borat and with Jerry Seinfeld. And
That
I
would
was
be
like,
great.
Jeez. I remember thinking, how goofy will Jerry Seinfeld look in this thing? And now he's just, yeah, you're right, Coleman. We were talking about yesterday about how he wants men back, and he's talking about how manly Hugh Grant is.
Well,
we don't really feel comfortable like that. So that is part of what I think is, if you want
Are we
to.
at a point in history where Richard Dreyfuss is funnier than Jerry Seinfeld?
Definitely.
It's not even close, right?
But Jerry's been like this for a while, where he's
Yeah.
he takes things very seriously.
I saw
That's what
Jerry
I
a
say,
few
he's
months
become-
ago. He was very funny.
Yeah. He's become like Jerry Lewis, though. Like I said, he's become like the lecturing older guy.
Yeah, but I like, if he didn't make Unfrosted, I would like a lot of what he's doing. Like, everyone comes back with like, oh, but Unfrosted stunk. But put that aside, I like the Duke speech and all that. Like, I agree with a lot of the points he's making.
His wife did donate $5,000 to the pro-Israel UCLA rally.
Jerry Seinfeld's wife donated $5,000.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot.
April 30th.
Well, it's like the Eddie Murphy bit. Is $70 million and $60.
Yeah, I mean, that's just unbelievable. It's very nice of her. But yeah, he's getting he's older now. He's 70, so I guess that's part of it too. You saw him where?
I saw him at Beacon Theater in February.
Oh yeah.
It was
funny?
It was funny. Yeah, like it wasn't. I've seen him a few times. It wasn't like his best time I've seen him, but I laughed. Thought I enjoyed it. It was worth the price of admission.
Okay, all right. What else you got, Justin?
The Larry Bird Museum has opened up. And did you see who is the voice of it?
No, who?
It's Glenn Ordway.
Oh my God, I didn't see that. I did see it. Yes, I did.
He's the voice of the museum.
Well, like I think he's like,
you on the
yeah,
tour.
you put the head. You know,
Oh, I
so,
like
yeah,
that.
so do I. I can't wait.
I'd prefer an Ordway impression, honestly.
Yeah,
Somebody's
right.
going,
Yeah,
what?
Yes, it's true.
Is the museum in French Lick?
It's in Terre Haute,
Oh.
I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I will go there at some point. Definitely. I am looking forward to that. I don't know how popular that's going to be for tourists, though, after like the first year or two. Nobody loves Larry Bird more than me. But like you got to be traveling through town. Like you're not making the trip through. Yeah, I bet you schools will go there in Indiana, right? Stuff like that.
That's what it'll be. When you have to be there for whatever reason, you'll stop by the Larry Bird Museum.
Like I remember going into the look this up, Justin, see if I'm right. I think it's Vanmeter, Iowa. One of my cross-country drives, I stopped off at the Bob Feller Museum.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'll see things like that. I will stop in there and go through them.
Yeah.
The Bob Feller Museum took me, I would say, about 4 minutes before I was done. Like it was literally like a room with like stuff. I was like, oh, this is great. It's 2 miles off this little highway. Am I right?
Yep, Van Meter.
Yeah,
It's like the Roy Orbison Museum we talked about.
Yes, in Texas, which I'd love to go to, but like the Larry Bird one, I'm sure they probably put a decent amount of time into that. I mean, he's one of the big ones, obviously.
Bob Feller had a wild life. Like he pitched in the major leagues, then went back for his senior year in high school.
He wasn't Jenny Gump. I mean, it wasn't he wasn't touring the world and doing drugs. But
he was the cover of Time magazine before he was out of high school. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, Kirk.
I can put my head around it though. It's not that crazy. What do you want me to say?
I can't get my head around that. You pitch in the major leagues and you go back to your senior high school. That's wild.
So you
17. All right, hold on. Everyone, just take a deep breath. Justin, take a deep breath. I know I got mad at you earlier. I still love you.
I love you too.
I don't want you to love me. I want you to hate me. I'm trying to get you to hate me. Can you wrap your head around that?
It was a pitcher who pitched and then he went back to high school.
Yes. Yeah. In the major leagues, and was successful, and then went for a senior year in high school.
He also fought for our country.
He did.
Like Henry Rowan-Gardner, whatever his name was.
Sense.
Yes. I mean, it's crazy, but it's not that. That crazy.
It'd be crazy if it happened like today.
And now his stats don't even count. Like it's all like Josh Gibson.
No, his stats still count.
Satchel Paige.
They added some stats.
What's your take on this, Klemmer? You're a stats guy. So am I. I grew up with stats. To me, like 755 meant something. 4191 before they moved it meant something to me. 511 meant something to me.
Sure.
But now they're all, Josh Gibbs. I don't know what these stats mean. I'm not like, I get it. Like the segregated versus non-segregated, I'm on board. But now everything's goofy. What does anything mean? You're an anti-Negro League guy.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. No, this is lame, but I really do see both sides. Like, I know but like,
Pick Central. The Pick Central take right there.
It's not a Pick Central take.
It is, guys.
It's not. It's honest.
So Josh Gibson is now the all-time leader in batting average.
And I think slugging percentage too.
And slugging percentage.
Yeah.
He's ahead of Babe Ruth in slugging percentage and Barry Bonds and Ty Cobb in batting average.
Ty Cobb in batting average, yeah. I mean, so you could argue.
Steve, who loved Ty Cobb, went to the Ty Cobb Museum. Yeah.
But it's interesting. The guys they jumped over were also guys that played in a segregated league. So it's like.
Well, he jumped over like Barry Bonds and.
Barry Bonds, right. But I'm saying.
Ted Williams.
For number one.
Well, Ted Williams, a lot of his career was segregated. Well, some.
Split, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that Josh Gibson's a better hitter than Ty Cobb?
I have no idea. I know that's the problem.
That's why he's here, Justin.
That's I know.
Justin's laughing at you. Look how happy Justin.
I don't know who Josh Gibson is.
He's a famous Negro League player.
I know that now. I did not know.
Yeah. I guess so. Like people are saying, like, oh, now he's the greatest catcher who ever lived. It's like, all right.
Who's the best catcher ever lived, Klemmer? Just put your balls on the table for once on this show.
I think it's Yogi Berra.
Okay.
Wow. People say Johnny Bench, but I think it's Yogi Berra.
Wow. What do you think of that take, Coleman?
I mean, who could forget Johnny Bench?
You would.
You would. Johnny Bench would be my choice, but yeah.
Also, Coleman, you wouldn't know who Yogi Berra was if you didn't work on this show.
You would know who Yogi Berra is. That name?
Yeah, he has all the sayings.
He's the cartoon character.
Yes, he has all the sayings.
He stole picnic baskets, right?
No. His famous sayings like this picnic basket.
Was he wear a tie? Is that what it is?
Hometown Jellystone Park.
He's got his pitcher boo-boo.
Do you know what team he played for?
He was a...
I'm not doing this. I can't do this.
No, let him answer. Let him answer.
This made me sick for like a month last time.
He was a Met, no?
It's true. He was a Met.
True.
But come on.
He was a Met. That's true.
Sure, I guess.
That's true. He also he managed them.
He did.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
But he did 1965.
Any other teams he played for?
Yankees.
What position?
Catcher.
There you go.
Whoa.
Did he ever win MVP?
No.
3 times.
Oh, damn.
3 times.
He goes, like he was devastated by it. No.
Give me some of his famous sayings, Coleman.
What's the one? It ain't over till it's over.
That's one.
I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
I don't think that was him.
I don't think that's it.
Was that Bruto from Popeye?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, he was a great player. So anyway, all right.
Gets early. Gets late early around here.
Yeah, nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded. If there's a fork in the road, take it. All that stuff. There you go. Fine. Okay. What else? Let's just play the game. Oh, first let's do Milton's. Milton's store for men. Has everything you need to stay cool and look good this summer. Polos, t-shirts, shorts, swimwear. Get your summer golf collections. There you go. Peter Millar, Faraday. It'll be beautiful out tomorrow. Rest of the week. Go to Milton's. Get your stuff. Time Bahama, Vineyard Vine, Johnny O. Social Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Square, Chestnut Hill. In their newest location, the Burlington Mall, which has been around for a while now. Summer shoes, Cole On, Johnson & Murphy, Uggs. Buy one, get one free. Sudafed continues to roll on right now with weddings, graduations, all that great stuff. The original sponsor of Kirk Minahan, not just the Kirk Minahan Show. Go to Milton's right now, miltons.com. Take a look around. Our great partners at Milton's and the sponsor of the KMS basketball team. So this is a game.
It's a game.
This is not a, what'd you say? It's not a what?
It's not a activity.
Not an activity.
Not a festivity.
Not a festivity.
What's the thing people often accuse me of?
Activity?
Being an asshole to
exercise.
To Justin? Not exercise, okay.
Not exercise.
All right, okay. So music is necessary.
Yes.
Go ahead, Coleman.
All right, so that tweet yesterday I know bothered you. I listened to the tweet Coleman put out about the Hayden interview. Annoyed you.
So stupid.
And I was listening to the interview. I thought it was very good. I was like,
Coleman did not.
I figured Coleman might say that. So I thought we'd have a little competition here about Bruce Springsteen.
Oh.
So here's how it's going to work. Justin, I need you to be kind of like the security guard here.
Okay.
And keep an eye on Coleman, make sure he's not researching anything, looking anything up.
I am said security guard.
Thank you.
Who's his competition with?
You versus Coleman.
Oh.
But there's
What's your pressure on me, honestly?
There's
It's true, yeah, you can't lose this.
I can't lose this. I can't lose this.
You can potentially, because I'm giving you a much harder degree of difficulty.
Oh, okay. Is it like dumb ones like where do you go to school? I hate shit.
Nope. It's all has to do with songs.
Like lyrics and stuff?
Nope. Just the titles of songs.
Okay.
I'm going to ask Coleman, all Coleman has to do is name a Bruce Springsteen song. I'm going to ask you a specific album and track number, and you're going to have to...
I'm not going to be great at this, Alan.
All right, we'll see. Coleman, name a Bruce Springsteen song.
We'll go with Born in the USA.
Great. Kirk, what's the first song on the album Born in the USA?
That's the title track.
Correct. Coleman, name a Bruce Springsteen song you haven't already named.
My Hometown.
Great.
Okay.
Kirk, what's the fifth song on Nebraska?
Oh, my God. This is what I'm saying. See? Highway Patrolman?
That's correct.
Okay.
Coleman,
I think I've already done my job here. Jesus. That's pressure on me.
Coleman, name a Bruce Springsteen song that you haven't already named.
Dancing in the Dark.
This is what I mean. Go ahead.
I didn't know how your brain works. I don't know how well you do with these. But what's the sixth song on the river?
Oh, Jesus. So you're saying disc one, the double album. So you're saying the sixth song on the river.
The sixth track, yes.
Ramrod?
Hungry Heart.
Oh, okay.
Hungry Heart. Coleman, name a Bruce Springsteen song you haven't already mentioned.
Darlington County.
Is that accurate, Kirk?
That is a song. Okay. What album is that on?
Born in the USA.
See, he did listen to the interview.
Okay, there we go. What's the second song on Magic?
Oh, Jesus. Living in the Future?
You'll be coming down.
Yep. Yeah. It was one of the two.
This is harder. This is tough. This is really hard. I want to test your brain a little bit. Coleman, name a Bruce Springsteen song.
Thunder Road.
This is a stupid game.
I thought you would.
Can I tell you what you want to rhyme?
What's that?
It would have been funnier if he asked you a question and then said to Coleman, name a Bruce Springsteen. And that would have gotten a laugh. But he set up all the rules first, so
Right.
he knew what it was going to be.
I have to have rules.
He's
I think.
butchered another name.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be a good one.
Like he has,
Need
he has,
for
he has,
rules
he's like a rudimentary Bruce Springsteen song. He can name like 15 songs.
I didn't know if he could.
Yeah.
Chris's thirst for
He's from
rules.
Jersey,
is
though. I should have.
That's true. Good.
Fourth song on Born to Run.
Fourth song on Born to Run?
Yeah.
Night. Is it Backstreets?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty good. Coleman.
I should know that. Jesus.
Bruce Springsteen song.
I'll go with deeper cut. Thunder Crack here.
Mm-hmm.
He has no more Bruce than
That's
I
what I'm
thought.
saying. Yeah.
All right.
How do you know that
Prove
song?
himself.
My dad showed it to me recently. I actually really
That's what
like
I'm
it.
saying. Yeah. See, that's just, yeah.
Oh, that's a father showing a good song.
I'm saying it's good. It's good.
The last one for you, Kirk. First song on the Letter to You. First song on the album.
On Letter to You.
Letter to You.
Which I don't like. I never listen. I don't think I've listened to the album in a row yet.
Really?
It's okay. I like a couple of songs on it. Is it Burning Train?
1 Minute You're Here.
That's the first song I was tracking that record.
That's what, yeah.
It is?
I think so, unless I got it wrong. Let me see.
Really?
I could have.
Could be. I'm not a big fan of it.
That was the game.
There you go, Coleman. You won.
There you go, Coleman. Congratulations. I had a question about the interview, actually, too.
1 second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1 Minute to You is the first song. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
right. Yeah,
That's
okay.
good.
There
All
you
right.
go.
I thought that would be more fun. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It was you guys were talking about how like music shifted from Springsteen to like Guns N' Roses, and like Hayden had an interesting point where like Guns N' Roses like had a lot of songs like that were kind of like selfish in nature, like "Give Me What's Mine," like, and like Springsteen's more about like community and like I don't know about like not like the Beatles were about love,
right?
But like I feel like Springsteen's more about like community and like kind of taking care of each other, and it's funny how like those like the good messages always have a longer lasting, always last longer. I feel like I think people are gonna be listening to Beatles like 500 years from now.
Sure.
I think they're like the Mozart of now.
I think that's yeah.
And like Bruce has had a way longer shelf life than Guns N' Roses.
Right. Well, but also Guns N' Roses like were just not disciplined. Like just they were a mess. Like,
right.
Axl's a fucking disaster. You know. So I think that's part of it too. But yeah, I know I get your point. I just think it's like good songwriting always wins out. Like
True.
Like the Guns N' Roses. You also have to last. Like like now it helps. Like look, like Kurt Cobain could be doing shitty music right now. Like he died, so that worked out for him. Like in a weird way. Like I think dying made him bigger than he'd ever have been. But yeah, I think I think there's something to that. Like good crisp songwriting and like good record making is gonna.
Do you think a positive messaging helps? Not like positive. It sounds corny when you say it like that, but
maybe.
Like Pearl Jam's still around, and I love Pearl Jam. That's more that's like what
like
I.
The
what
Rolling
I
Stones have a positive message.
That's what I was saying. Rolling Stones kind of counter the Beatles.
Yeah, I think I prefer them, but like. No, I just think it's like great. It's simplistic, but it's like great record making. Like if you have you have a catalog that's you go see the Eagles and it's like hit after hit after hit after hit. Same with the Beatles, obviously. Same with the Stones. Same with Bruce. There's just certain bands that have that. Guns N' Roses just burned out. They just flamed out. Axl Rose a fucking lunatic. Like he just didn't have it for the long run.
They blamed in the moment, and there's like Billboard famously like never mind past user illusion. And a lot of people say that was the moment like music changed when like.
Yeah,
and then Guns N' Roses you just never heard from them again. Really,
right.
The spaghetti incident whole thing, and like that album never came out. Or
I was never a huge Guns N' Roses. I liked them enough.
I liked them.
Yeah, but even at the time they felt for the time. I wasn't like they're gonna be around. I knew Bruce and Neil Young and those guys are just gonna be around. Fogerty and Seeger and Petty. You're gonna be around forever because they just kept doing it. Like every couple of years they would like. Magic's a great example. Like that's a great album. He made it in 07. He was in his late 50s. So.
And Bruce had like a longevity too. Like you said, even before, like Born to Run came out 75.
75. And
then Born to Say not until 84.
Yeah, but
that's a longer stretch than Guns N' Roses ever had.
Yeah, but I mean, in that stretch, he did Born to Run, he did Dark Side of the Edge of Town, he did The River, he did Nebraska, and he did Born in the USA. It's all in 10 years. Those 5 albums and Tunnel of Love, which is as good as any of those. So for me, like Bruce's career, what really matters is essentially from 75 to like 87. Like really, like that's just, I don't like the first 2 albums particularly that much. Not for me. But like that's when people say Bruce Springsteen, it's those years. That's those records. I love a bunch of stuff after that, but the common fan doesn't. The people who go to like Justin went to the one in Mohegan. The people who go once to those shows are not looking to hear songs from.
That's what I would be.
4.
I'd be a casual.
Of course, but that's 12 years of 6 or 7 unbelievable and a ton of stuff that didn't make it. So, you know, yeah, I just think it's like a lot of it's discipline. Like Bruce didn't do drugs. He didn't burn out. He didn't die. He didn't fucking, just wasn't his way. So, say Billy Joel, you know, who I know you're a fan of.
Yeah.
You know, you went to his show. Yeah. Like, is he an artist like Bruce Springsteen? No, but like he banged out a bunch of records. He kept working.
I think Billy Joel's great. I saw him again at Madison Square Garden. He's great.
He's great.
I like this new song actually.
Me
Yeah,
too.
it's not
I liked
bad.
it a
Yeah,
lot.
it's not bad.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
But like, but he's not. He never did something like Nebraska. Is my point. Like that just wasn't who he was. Like he wasn't gonna go do a acoustic record in his house about. You know,
No.
He just, that's okay. But like I love an Innocent Man. I think it's a great record.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
a ton of hits on it,
Oh,
but it's like
great.
a great album.
It's my favorite one. A lot of people like
Same with me.
Stranger, but I like
Same with me.
Innocent Man.
That's what I grew up with. So yeah. There you go. Congratulations, Coleman. You named 6 Bruce Springsteen songs. That boy.
I just like that
kept going all
Klemmer
day.
brought this subject to 2 big Bruce fans like you and Coleman.
That's true.
You can
That's
really
true.
dive into
See a
it.
show.
What?
You should see a show.
I don't want to spend any time with you.
Oh, come on. I've never been. I really want to go.
You've never been to a Bruce Springsteen show?
No.
We should bring him.
Have your dad take you.
I keep telling him to.
He doesn't want to hang out with you either.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go with you.
That's what makes a Bruce fan.
I've never been. I'd go with you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Probably
it'd be fun.
if it's on a Sunday though.
That's right.
Can't go.
Fuck.
The
Yeah,
family
you're
day.
right.
You can't go.
You're right.
Can't go.
Is this his last tour? Is it
No, I don't think
speculation?
so. No, I mean, there's always speculation, but like fucking the Stones are touring, McCartney's touring, and they're in their 80s. To me, if you can still, you saw him, Justin. You feel like it's a guy who can't do a show anymore?
Oh no, he was running around.
That's what I mean. Like, what? These people are like,
He gets the crowd into it.
if he's 3 years now, if he's 78 and he's 10% worse, like, who cares? I don't care. Like, they're old, but this is now, like, they figure, like, when the Stones had Steel Wheels came out in 89, the jokes then were like, can you believe how fucking old these guys are? Because this is it was the first generation of rock stars. So we didn't know they could keep doing it. Like, oh, they're going to do this in their 40s? Holy shit.
Well, in the 80s with the Stones, wasn't it like they haven't put out good music in a while?
Yeah, that was part.
Which is kind of crazy.
It was also like, they're like, Jagger's like 43,
Right.
44.
But I just mean it's been 40 years
Yeah.
since people think they've put out good music.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's the same with Bruce. Like, a lot of these, you go see the Stones, you don't want to hear anything after the prime stuff. Not really.
Right.
Nobody wants to hear anything they did from 98.
No.
Yeah,
I don't hear anything after like 82, I would imagine.
Yeah, like I like Mixed Emotions. Like I like Steel Wheels. I think it's a good album, but like, do I need to hear it? Not really. People, but they also know that too. So like the Eagles, good. I think the most recent Eagles song when I saw them in September with Ryan was probably I Can't Tell You Why. That came out in 79 or 80.
Jesus.
But Henley did Boys of Summer, which is in the 80s, but like nothing in the last. But good, like no shit. That's what you want. I don't know.
How did these guys? So I saw McCartney last year, and it's incredible. I think Paul McCartney's the Beatles. I loved it. It was really
Brave. I appreciate your bravery.
great.
You think the Beatles are a good band?
I'm here for hot takes.
Wow.
Imagine that Paul McCartney individually.
I've never heard
Pretty
that.
good.
Yeah, he had Clemmer only had the balls to say the Beatles are good. He didn't say McCartney was good.
McCartney's really good.
Is it a shame that John Lennon was killed? Wow, boy.
It's a
That's why we
drag.
bring him
What do
in,
you say?
Mike.
It's a drag.
To Paul said it was a real drag.
It's a real
Just chewing
drag.
his gum. That wasn't good. That was not a good moment.
The boy is sad to get shot.
Right, sure, right, of course. There you go. What was the one you did?
It was Ringo. It was, it's cold up here. Playing on this roof. It's breezy.
John? It's creepy. I feel like I'm in that movie from a couple of years ago.
Wild. How do they remember, like, it's wild that they can still, like, I remember my grandmother was like that age. Like, she could barely turn the TV on. And like McCartney knows
She
all
could
the
barely
lyrics.
turn the TV.
Well,
on?
she
Was
would.
this woman mentally challenged?
She's just 82. She's
She couldn't turn. No,
She can turn the TV. I was
television on?
exaggerating a little bit, but she
Okay.
turned the TV on. But like barely. But like
Barely do it.
She turned the TV on, but like
You
she
can
would
do it, Grandma. You can do it.
Like,
Think
she
all the,
wouldn't
think all the
watch.
things that'll Phil Donahue will be right in front of your eyes in the mere moments.
She wouldn't watch like full movies anymore because like she was
What?
like she like started like watching like more like half hours. She started watching a lot more Game Show Network.
This sounds like let me know if Harrison Ford finds the one-armed man. I'm so tired.
I am white.
No, she just like lose focus. She just stopped enjoying them.
Did E.T. get home or not? Chris, please don't make me put on the TV again today. It's so exhausting.
That explains his fascination with movies. He had
true.
to finish movies, something his grandmother could never
Only
do.
at the end, she lost focus. I don't know, maybe it was like early
Such a tribute to
dementia.
Klemmer. He said I'm going to do a whole year of movies. My God, he only made it 3 months. Another generation of people can't finish movies. It's unbelievable.
True. Pass it on.
Maybe it was an issue only for your grandmother.
I don't know. Old people, I don't know. Look at Joe Biden. All this stuff, he's stumbling around.
That's
and
true.
McCartney can do a whole 2-hour concert.
day, pal.
Yeah, that's true.
Tell him, Joe.
I got you, but I do think there's They're just different now. Like when we were younger, nobody was 80. Like no music people were 80. Like Frank Sinatra was 80, but he wasn't like a rock and roll guy.
No, people didn't like. I remember when we were younger, like people died like I felt like 10 years earlier. Like people like 70s was like the 80s now.
You're saying the average age of death was 10 years earlier?
Probably not. I'm probably gonna be ruled. It felt that way. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm guessing it's not that extreme.
I think as you were younger, 70 seemed old. Like,
Probably.
When I was younger, 50 seemed old.
But I mean,
but you're right. People
well,
are different.
1933, the average age was 62.
Right.
Right.
Like Bruce Springsteen at 75 is different than somebody at 75 40 years ago. Of course. Sure.
If someone dies in their 60s now, you're like, they're so young.
70s too. Somebody just died the other day. Walton was 71. I was like, that's very young.
Felt young. It didn't feel young 30 years ago when people died.
It's gone down.
To what?
In 1980, the median death was 77.4. Mm-hmm. And in 2020, it was 73.7.
Well, 2020 is kind of a bad year to be to pick. But
yeah, a lot of young people died in 2020, Chris. You're right.
They did.
Not really.
I mean, some did.
Sure, some did. Yeah.
I just think of all the years to pick.
2023, 79, so it went up in.
There we go. So it's proven right.
Well, it's 2 years. So they're 70s.
I
guess. I
It
suppose.
fluctuates.
Give me my small victories, goddammit. No, I mean, I say maybe you just felt that way.
I get your point, though. I do understand your larger point. I think that is true.
I got a music topic for you here that's been burning me up inside for a while. You familiar with Harry Chapin?
Sure, of course.
He has an 8-minute song that I just discovered recently, just about banging a fat chick.
Oh,
there's no
whatchamacallit.
it's like Better Place to Be or something like that.
Yeah.
There's no other message in it or anything. It's
No.
just this waitress was fat and I showed her a good time.
No, those are the old days. You could do stuff like that.
I like that.
You get canceled today for that. Oh, Jesus. That is
was-
true. What's that?
She was a big old friendly girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she tried to fight her empty nights by smiling at the world.
It's 8 minutes of him just describing
Yeah, he has a lot of 8-minute songs.
hitting
too.
on this fat woman in a restaurant and showing her a good time. It's not like at the end of it he realizes he really loves her for her personality.
Yeah, he got his-
It's just I showed her a good time and she went on her way.
Yeah, he got his fuck on.
I like it.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, he died young as well.
Was
by
that
the way.
Long Island Expressway?
He did, yeah.
What's that?
Chapin, did he die in a car accident?
Is that what it was?
Am I right?
I think you might be right. He was very young, right?
It's like 1980?
30s or something?
79, 80?
Yeah, I think you're right. He died in 81. He's death. Yeah, LIE. Yep.
How old was he?
He was 38.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was young even back then, Mike.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point.
An old man.
Yeah.
He lived his life.
Yes. I'm not a huge fan. Like, I know the hits, like Cats in the Cradle and stuff. But
That's a great song.
It's a great song.
Check out his songs
I don't know
about
if I need
picking.
to hear it.
They're pretty good.
A bunch more, but
What's that, Klemmer?
I don't know if I need to hear it a bunch
Yeah,
more. I feel like it's been like
right.
unfortunately played. That's not his fault.
I would agree. You're right. It's not his fault. What else?
There's been a lot of discussion around the movies recently with Furiosa and Garfield, apparently, and how like people aren't going to see him.
And the new thing now is the box office is dead, which is just not true.
Those movies just aren't good, right?
Well, no, Furiosa has gotten great reviews. I think it's just like they're not going to see those movies right now. Now, when Inside Out 2 comes out, it's going to make a shitload of money. Deadpool and Wolverine's going to make a shitload of money. Moana 2 trailer just came out yesterday. It's going to make a shitload of money. The issue now is just like, with the exception of last summer, which I think was a fluke. I think the Barbenheimer thing was kind of a fluke, but it hit. Like, original movies generally are just not going to do what they used to do. Now it has to be a franchise. It just basically has to be.
But those are two quote unquote franchise movies, or at least movies of IP.
But Furiosa is a very niche. Like, Fury Road worldwide made like $380 million. It didn't make like $800 million. So like that's a prequel to a spin-off movie about somebody without that person playing it. Like Charlize Theron's not in it. Like this is very now we're in like niche, huh?
And it also came out 9 years after like the
Right. But that movie reputationally has gone up though. Like that Fury Road is you could tell me you think it's the best movie of the century. I would have no problem with that. I don't agree with that, but I'd put it in my top 10. It's a great movie. Great movie.
I understand people love it. It's not for me.
Oh,
I like it. I liked it fine.
Wild ride.
Yeah,
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. But I get some people don't like it. But now a movie, like people were like, oh, The Fall Guy bombed. Like it didn't do well. But my point was, like, Ryan Gosling is not a movie star. Ryan Gosling has been in big movies.
Well, that doesn't exist anymore, really. Though.
Well, right, but that's my whole point. Like the franchise is the star.
But
Pixar is a star. Marvel is a star. Star Wars will be a star again. It'll come back. It'll hit something. It'll happen again in our lives. Like the franchise is the star now.
But that's a problem, and I think that's why
it's
the
just
box
the way it
office.
is.
I think the box office is in trouble.
I think it just has to downgrade. Like, it doesn't. It's not going. It's never going to go away. If you're in a business where like a movie like Barbie can make $1.4 billion, or Top Gun or Spider-Man in the theater, they're never going to get rid of that. It's always going to be around. It's just going to be smaller. That's all. It's just going to be smaller.
Like less theaters or smaller movies?
Less theaters. I think they're going to, like, Netflix just did this Jennifer Lopez movie, which stunk, I guess. But they spent like $150 million on it. They're going to keep spending money on it. It's just they have to do it right. Like if I was in charge of the studios and they pitched Furiosa to me, I would have said, "Hey, it looks like it's going to be great. I think you're going to lose money on it, but I'm not. It's not my money." Same with the Fall Guy. Like, that's not going to make big money.
I saw Babes in theaters last week.
Oh yeah, how was it? Nobody went to see it.
Whatever you're thinking, slightly better than that. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Maybe because I went in thinking this is going to be god awful.
Yeah,
I didn't.
It was okay.
It. Yeah, it was whatever.
That's good though. I mean, but like,
I enjoy the theater experience, even for a bad movie.
Me too. Klemmer doesn't. He bailed on it, but I enjoy going to the theaters. But like, like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, I think I said this with the Fall Guy. If Mel Gibson starred in the Fall Guy in 1996, it would have made $250 million in America.
He basically did. I mean, he was a Maverick.
Maverick, right? Maverick was a bigger property than Fall Guy in terms of like people knowing it. But but the Fall Guy didn't even matter. Nobody knew it. Like Mel Gibson, Mel Gibson in whatever 99 or 2000 started a movie. We could hear what women were saying, and it made like $250 million. People just went to see. Oh, Mel Gibson's movie this week. Oh, Tom Cruise's movie is this week. Oh, whoever, pick your guy. Harrison Ford is playing the fucking president. If Ryan Gosling played the president in the Air Force, right? Hanks. If Ryan Gosling was in a movie where he was on an island for an hour and a half, like, it just would not make $200 million in America because people are just, it's not his fault. He's a great actor, but like the relationship is different with these guys now. It just is.
I think it's a long-term problem because we're seeing some of these franchises like Marvel lose their luster, and when that happens, you can't rely on just tentpoles because eventually you might have a down year with tentpoles, and I don't know how these movie theaters survive because the other movies, like in the 90s, you had these mid movies kind of carry the day. You have a lot of movies make $60, $40 million.
Primal Fear or whatever.
Yeah, a great example, right?
Yes,
or like people were sorry, whatever, go through it, and like you have all these movies.
Those movies are gone.
Yeah,
those movies now go to
the mid-level
Netflix or Hulu or whatever.
Because they know what the ceiling is now, so a movie that makes $40 million is meaningless to them.
Yeah, they don't care. They think, well, yeah, right. Why are we going to spend this money?
Even if you spend $4 million on it.
Well, the example is this movie now, Richard Linklater, who I think is one of the great directors, underrated director, directed Days of Confused, did the whole Before trilogy. Boyhood, which is great. He's a great filmmaker, a great mind. Did a movie Tape, which I really like. Has a movie out with Glenn Powell now, Hitman. And like it got great reviews. They put it in the theaters for 2 weeks and Netflix bought it. But every studio had the chance to buy it. Netflix bought it. So like that's the way it is. And now, like, right, this is now the couple movies bombed, Fall Guy, these 2 movies this weekend. And everyone's like, oh, movies are dead. But then, Inside Out 2 will make $150 million opening weekend. So then does that mean movies are dead? No, it's just selective franchises still work. But you're right. The problem is now is creating new franchises. Yeah. When was the last time that happened? John Wick? Like, I don't know. What's like, I don't count Marvel. That's 15, 18 years old, whatever that franchise is now. Like, what's the last franchise, gangbuster, crazy franchise?
And I feel like even with something like
Hunger Games, maybe?
That's gone, though. Yeah. I mean, I know they did the one last year.
Yeah, but
that's it, right, but it's an existing IP. Like, so.
Like that movie If that came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
With Ryan Reynolds.
Tanked.
Right. But that could have been the beginning of a franchise.
Sure, if it was good.
And basically box office wise, dead on arrival. And it's like, all right, well then what do you do now? I if I'm a movie studio, I'm very nervous. I'm more nervous than I've been since, for in a long time. Maybe the pandemic, obviously for different reasons. But
the other problem is like the guys like Cruz, who has 2 franchises right now. He's in his 60s. Like he'll be gone. He can't do this stuff forever. So what do? They're gonna do another. I'm sure they're gonna. Well, they're doing Top Gun 3.
Yep.
They're gonna do Mission Impossible fucking 9 and 10, and it's never gonna stop. Like I'm telling you. Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill will be in another Star Wars movie. They just will.
100%.
Think so?
Yes. The franchises, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Like they're going to perform into like their AI, like almost like what they did in Rogue One with that guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or they did with Ford and Indiana Jones at the first quarter of the movie.
They already brought Mark Hamill back as young Luke too.
Right. They looked fine.
Mandalorian.
So I would do that. He looked fine.
And they also they've set precedent now where they have the rights to what's his name's Edward James Olmos. Not Edward James Olmos.
Nope. James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
I like Edward James Olmos.
Oh, he's great.
How'd you go with Edward James Olmos?
Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, sure, right.
It's
Yeah.
just a little,
it was a good show.
Oh, it's a great show.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
You gotta give Kathleen Kennedy credit. She's done a good job.
Oh,
I would bring Laura Dern back in her own movie.
oh, it'd be great. They should about how she's queen. I think a lot of the women who step into the Star Wars struggle with this a bit more because of the fan base.
Kathleen Kennedy was very critical.
so
People like you
male-dominated.
yesterday, Justin.
Like me, I'm
Yes.
critical. I'm not critical of just because they're women. I'm critical
Not
because
just
they
because
suck.
they're women.
No.
So women is part of it then.
I think part of the reason why they prop up these characters is because they're women. Yes.
Right. Go ahead.
Like the Rey character.
Yep.
She doesn't train.
Rose.
She doesn't train. Rose is just a terrible character from front to back.
Right.
Has nothing to do with it. Just everything about her is unnecessary, and they realized that in episode 9. That's why she's in it for I think like 42 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, right.
But yeah, as long as Kathleen Kennedy keeps running it, and she's given carte blanche, I think that's the right saying.
Nope.
To go to do whatever she wants.
I mean, close, but yeah. Huh. Okay.
Carte blanche. Blanche.
Close enough. Yeah. You got it.
But fuck her. She's the worst.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what.
Like, wouldn't you feel bad though if Kathleen Kennedy bought Bruce Springsteen and she was going around on doing tours of Bruce Springsteen and they were terrible?
That would be weird.
Yeah, it would be weird.
Doesn't make any sense, but yes, I suppose.
No, but like the same thing. Yeah. What if somebody bought his library? Somebody
They
did,
did.
right?
He sold his catalog.
And what if they just like use the music in like the worst ways possible? Every shitty commercial, you're like, oh fuck.
It would stink. I mean, I get over it, but it would stink. But
I mean, he
yeah.
still enjoys Star Wars, but like I can see his point of view. It's like I as a casual Star Wars fan, I was annoyed by the last 2 movies. They're horrible.
Sure, but like every year now, like the only things that matter are sequels and prequels, and even like they're doing a new Lion King or Wicked's coming out. It's just all.
And of course, they made that 2 parts when it doesn't need it.
Right. It's just all IP. Whereas I understand 40 years ago, so a ton of sequels, but there are also a bunch of like I bet you Terms of Endearment probably made $70 or $80 million in the U.S. at the box office. Tootsie made like 150 million, which today would be like 450 million. E.T. was an original movie. So like,
So was Ghostbusters.
At
one point, yeah.
And they're still making it.
Yeah.
And they're going to make another one. That made 200 million worldwide. They'll bang out another one
Terms
of
of
those.
Endearment made 108 million domestic.
Yeah, I mean, one Best Picture, which helped, but still made 108 million. That's like probably 300 million today.
Do you think people are writing great movies that just aren't getting made? You know what I mean? Like that's probably
I think
part
TV's
of
a big part of it too. Now
the
streaming.
writer's strike was.
Yeah, but this is going on. This is going on a couple of years ago too. It's all franchise now. It's all that's the problem. It's the problem is I think they realize it like Lucas is a big reason for this. Like these people start, but when Jaws came out and it's the first Star Wars, these movie businesses were still kind of a small business. Like you can make The Godfather made a lot of money, but like basically you can make little movies. Like Robert Altman could go make his movie, or Alan Pakula could go make his movie for $4 million. But then they realized, holy shit! And then huge studios started to get purchased by these huge conglomerates. Started realizing, oh my god, we can make $400 million, which is $1 billion today, making a movie. So once they did that, then the game was over. I mean, it has been slowly going on for a long time.
But this is new too, and as I suggested, and I'm glad Netflix took my advice, they're buying movie theaters. So I think they'll figure out what movies they should make exclusive for a while.
Sure.
And show those, and then some you can just see in a month or whatever.
Yeah, sure. That is good, but it still doesn't solve the problem of we are so reliant on franchise. And what happens when these franchises, which Star Wars started to go to shit, Marvel's now gone to shit. Like, what do you do? Like, Fast and Furious is done. That last one tanked. Mission Impossible tanked last year domestically. Like, what do you do when these people? What's funny is the public appetite for franchises now is like going away.
Yep.
So now what happens when holy shit, I would even argue like Barbie is IP, right? Like, and Oppenheimer, to me, as great as a movie as it is, Chris Nolan is IP. Like, he's a director people go to see.
I always see him, as like a movie star, director
like Tarantino,
star.
So I mean, there's not. I don't know. Like, the Sidney Sweeney, Glenn Powell movie was like almost like a throwback.
Fast 9 made 173 million domestic.
Yeah, that's not what they wanted.
No, I can only answer that cost to make too.
Oh, that's $300-400 million when you're done with everything. That's a loser for them. The one with Paul Rudd, the sequel, Quantumania, was it?
Oh,
they said it cost the studio $150 million. That's tough to come back from. So I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe just go the video game route. Just make movies off of video games, and younger kids will.
Well, they'll definitely do that.
Yeah, they are doing that. I mean, look at Mario. Oh, you mean like Minecraft or whatever?
Whatever
games
it
you never
is,
even heard of, probably.
Yeah, just finding a way to pump out new.
Zelda will have a big.
They just did what that was.
I think there is.
That's definitely
Gran Turismo they made last year, right?
Yeah.
They're already doing it.
That tank though, right?
don't think it did great.
No. That's the problem. Like,
They didn't have a big star. Like David Harbour was the star of that, right? Like
that's right. That's what it was. Yeah.
I feel like everything's so niche too, where like events are like there's comedians now that are playing arenas that they were around in the 80s. You'd never know their
What do you
name.
know they were? Yeah.
So I think events in general, like a Friday night at the movies, doesn't exist anymore. That's not an event for people.
True.
So if you don't know what it is, you're not going to go see it most likely.
Well, I think a movie needs to and the movie needs to get like that crossover thing that like Barbenheimer got, or even the last Despicable Me one where the kids were all dressing up in suits, and that's when they cross over now, which is fine. But for guys like us, I just like to go to the theater. I'll be curious what it looks like in 10 years, but they're gonna start slashing them. That's for sure. Yeah. Like these like it's nice that Phantom Menace made $20 million when they came back, but that's not the solution either.
No,
like you're just going back. It's you run out of stuff. So who knows?
I think the solution is more like live events.
What do you mean?
That's what I was
like concerts.
That's just what it is. That's what's happening.
What does that have to do with movies, though?
I think like the Taylor Swift movie made a shit ton of
Oh,
money.
I thought you meant like actual live.
Oh, interesting.
I think it's a problem for the box
Sure,
office.
but Beyonce made one that no one went to see, though. Like there aren't many Taylor Swifts out there.
There's only one.
That's what I'm saying. But like, there's no like who else is gonna have a movie that makes $150 million?
Justin's arguing against himself.
Like that's great in theory, but how are you gonna? That's not sustainable either.
People are going to more. Younger people, I think, aren't going to movies like we used to.
Oh, for sure.
They're going to like events
hang
now.
out online. Too.
That's what I mean. Is
Right.
like the dumb movie I saw last week when I was a kid would have been a full theater, probably just dates, like a date night.
That made $500,000 opening weekend. Like, no one knows that it's if it's
40
great.
from me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's great or not. It's too bad. Like 20 years ago, it might have like I don't know, maybe Cameron Diaz is in that. It opens at $15 million.
Right.
It's just the world has changed. It's the way it is now. Yeah, like my kids have no interest in going. Like Harry, I can drag Harry to a horror movie. That's it. They don't want to go see anything. That's the best formula for success. Bang for your buck is still a horror movie.
Always has been. Since in the
Always.
80s it was too.
Yep.
Like,
it costs $2 million to make, and who cares if it bombs? And every once in a while, it makes $90 million.
And always has a huge opening weekend.
Yep.
Covers all the costs.
Yep.
Everything else is gravy.
Yeah, we went to see what was it? Night Swim? No, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was dreadful, but it made $15 million open because there are people like us who are like it's a horror movie. We'll go see it. So maybe that's it. I don't know. The show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When life goes fast, it's important to take a moment to celebrate your wins and make adjustments for the rest of the year. That's where therapy comes in. You can figure it out. Give BetterHelp a try entirely online. Convenient, flexible, suited to your schedule. You fill out that brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Mandatory read verbatim. I'll do that. Take a moment. Visit BetterHelp.com/KIRK10 today. Get 10% off your first month. BetterHelp.com/Kirk10. The show, of course, is sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/Kirk10. All right, what else? We have unnamed half an hour, right?
Yes.
Forget that. Yeah.
I have a official update from Commissioner Grant.
All right. Play the music then. Play our commissioner music, please.
We have commissioner music.
Things are looking up.
Okay.
That works.
Did Pete Davidson have Crohn's disease in that movie? The one with Steve Buscemi and Bill Burr?
King of Staten Island?
Yeah, didn't he have Crohn's disease in that movie? Isn't there a clip where he's like, they're from a hot dog or something? I feel like that's in my head.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I feel like he
maybe.
did.
I just don't remember it.
I feel like he did. It's a very serious disease. Go ahead.
Hope you had a nice Memorial Day weekend. Yes, playoffs start July 11th with the semifinals being held that night.
There you go.
No games will be played July 4th due to the holiday. Finals matches and the first games of next season will be played July 18th.
Wait, next season rolls over right into July 18th.
What?
The finals are the same.
The finals and next season are the same day?
Chris, what is your takeaway? What does semifinals mean to you?
What does it mean to me?
Yes. That means there's only 4 teams that make the playoffs.
For me, as a coach, it means that we lose. But
the playoff format will be top 4 teams make gold playoffs, and 5th through 8th make silver. In other words, all teams will make the playoffs.
I'm not turning that down. I'll take the silver. I'll take this. This team wins the silver. I'll take that in 2 seconds.
You like the loser bracket? You take that?
With our team? Are you fucking crazy?
Have you watched the game?
Jesus Christ!
I believe in you guys.
Give me your scouting report.
Me too.
On the team.
I want to see Justin more. I think Justin. Now I understand is Justin not super comfortable like running back and forth.
I'm a big boy, but
you can't teach size. And I think you put him. Do you guys? They don't call 3 seconds in your league, do they?
Well, I mean I've asked for it a few times. I don't think they call it.
All right, he could just stand under the hoop.
That's what I've been told to do.
Yes,
I think
we've made that clear.
I think he could make a real. Because especially you guys don't have great size in your team.
No, we don't. Our biggest guy is Coleman. I don't think he has a rebound this year.
Coleman made one play. His first shot in the second game.
It was good.
Very good.
Very good.
It's like this kid does that all the time, but then by the second half, he couldn't run up and down the court anymore. Like, it's all about conditioning. You get these guys conditioned. I know you guys can win.
Hey, save it for the speech.
Coleman has 5 rebounds this year.
What's that?
Coleman has 5 rebounds.
5 rebounds in 2 games. Okay.
There you go.
He was playing a lot better the second game.
I agree.
He was definitely
practice helped him, I think, but now he's hurt, so it doesn't matter.
Good time for a bye.
That's true. So we've clinched. You can tweet we've clinched a playoff spot. Okay. Right?
Yeah, we have.
Well,
officially, yeah.
Well, are there 8 teams? What if there's 9 teams in your division?
There's not.
There's not.
Okay.
He literally said, in other words, all teams will make the playoffs this season.
Oh, so then why even have that stipulation of like potential playoffs? Then?
Why not just have it be 1 versus 8, 2? Like, why have these 2 divisions?
I agree.
I don't know.
That's very weird.
I want to get. Would I rather be the 5th? Would I rather be the top seed in the silver or the worst seed in the gold? I think I know the answer, but I'm not going to say it.
You'd rather be the worst seed in the gold. You have a chance. And if you did that, you probably prayed pretty well to get there.
That's true. Right. That's right. You're right. Right. You're right.
I think you guys can be decent. I really do.
How?
Because if these guys start running,
okay, they stink.
They don't.
Chris, they stink.
I don't think. You don't
think Coleman stinks at basketball?
I think Coleman is bad at certain elements of basketball. I mean,
playing?
No. When he's shooting threes, when he's shooting threes and throwing them off like the side of the backboard,
he shrinks when he posts up. He shrinks.
Stupid.
He shrinks.
But no.
You're going to be there at Belmont Hill tonight. At 6 o'clock.
Well, that was another part of Grant's message.
Oh, he said no.
Also saw you asked about court space or shoot around. Unfortunately, we don't have it available tonight.
I guess that won't be.
You got to find a place, Coleman.
I know.
You got to find a place within 10 miles of Waltham.
Okay.
All right, at 6 o'clock.
I'm going to try it, yeah.
No. Justin, what about try? What did we say about try?
Do or do not. There is no try.
Thank you.
Would you, I know it's not supposed to rain anymore. Would you be willing to do it out on the outside court?
Outdoor practice is for punks.
Trying to help.
That's street ball. We don't do that.
Well, wherever the practice is, I'll be happy to go.
Yeah, well, that's a team guy right there. All right.
And I by the way, I don't have a car. I'm still going. So.
Wow, damn.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of that, Justin?
He's team player.
Gus doesn't have a car. He's gonna take a fucking bus to get
No
there.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do know that half your team doesn't have a car, by the way.
That's our team. That's why. But you guys like Tom Shattuck want me to give fucking Giannis, whatever his name is on the Bucks, a call to play on the team.
I'm really
that'd be okay. If
I'm really upset with Mutt. I've never met Mutt. I've been listening to Mutt. I think even longer than I've been listening to you.
Okay.
And I really wanted to meet him. Can we call Mutt?
Sure. He's not gonna. He's gonna do his thing where he doesn't.
We have someone else on the line
okay.
already.
Hello.
Hey, I felt left out from the music discussion earlier.
Okay.
I just wanted to throw out my favorite Prince song. I'm going Rebel Rebel. I think that's my favorite.
Yeah.
They're both dead.
You're more of a music guy than me. Is that a good pick?
It's a good song. Yeah, I think it's a good song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go his later work. I'm afraid of Americans to go in.
Sure,
too.
that's a good one. All right, thank you, Mr. Commissioner.
Yep, thank you.
Spent 2 hours with Andrew Augustus last night playing video games, right?
Playing Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Harry Minahan said he wants to do that with Gus.
Gaming
Would
with
you
Gus?
allow that?
Yes. Is he on camera or no?
He wouldn't have to be.
Could do
Maybe
it without.
he's off camera.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I guess. I don't know.
What would they play?
I have no idea. Harry plays a million. I don't know. I would imagine they have some game they both play, right? They're both children.
I'm sure there's a common bond.
Yeah, there's got to be some.
Yeah. Harry will get high too if that's what's.
I mean, that's the format. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can have a piece of chocolate like Coleman without having a heart attack.
Oh, so I talked to Ian.
Yeah.
The kid that went to the
Coleman?
and such a nice guy too. Coleman ruined this kid's entire night.
I don't even know who this kid is. Do I know if I saw him or no?
No, probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. Oh, by the way, I also too. Coleman, by the way, I should apologize.
You've killed Coleman, by the way. New York Coleman, like you've said there are two Colemans.
There are two Colemans.
Okay. What are you apologizing for?
I called him a liar.
You also had sort of
He
a
didn't lie.
leading tweet where you were like, Wonton Don said he was weird. And
I know.
That was never.
That was bad journalism.
Yeah, you say that's fine. That was how I took it. I was not entirely bad journalism, though, because I said he could not confirm the hospital story.
But it turns out it's all true, though.
All true.
Okay.
And in fact, it's Coleman undersold it.
So you got So you have to apologize as a journalist.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Good.
If I call someone a liar, they're not a liar. I gotta apologize. That's the right thing
Fair
to
enough,
do.
yeah.
So I'm sorry, Coleman.
Well, he's a liar. You shouldn't lie about that, but yeah.
And Ian said actually Coleman undersold it. I guess when he found Coleman, there was blue stuff all over his mouth, almost like someone had given him like a rogue cupcake or something that might have been laced with something crazy. So that's why.
Did food dye and cum
That's
now?
also why he looks. It's also why he looks like half dead in that picture because his lips are all like purplish.
Imagine if he died. I mean, unbelievable.
He was saying.
In a way, I did.
Crazy. He was talking in different voices, I guess.
Like a man, you mean, or like?
Yeah, almost like he's. That's what Ian said. He's like, almost like he's possessed.
Imagine like possessed Coleman just knows stuff. Just knows about like
Knows about
baseball
the
and
Yankees.
sports.
Willie
and
Mays.
movies. just stuff.
But Ian, this poor kid, went to this concert. 5 minutes in, Coleman makes a beeline for the bathroom or something. That's where this all happened. I think Ian might have heard 2 songs because then Ian had to then help Coleman get to the hospital.
Are you still friends with him, Coleman?
Oh yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's like the nicest guy in the world. Oh yeah, but I guess Coleman was just like acting like
that felt like 2 hours, honestly.
Like a wide and then Ian's looking for him and Coleman keeps saying, "I'm in the Met store," but there's like Met store on every level. It's
Sure.
like not City Field's huge.
Right.
And then he kept saying, "There's cops around." Would hang up. So then Ian would have to call Coleman back, and this happened like 7 or 8 times.
Why do you? If I was Ian, I would have just been like, "Fuck off."
What a nice guy Ian is, right?
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
And then Ian then had to call Coleman's mom. And was like, "Hey, Coleman had this," and I guess Coleman's mom was.
That's Coleman's mom also has his name on his phone.
Just I'm calling you.
What did Maria say?
I guess she was like concerned, surprised.
You said she was mad though, right?
Didn't really know. Well,
Yeah.
this is to Ian.
Well, I'm saying after the fact.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the car ride home.
Didn't really know what. She was like, "Okay," like a lot of those kind of responses, I guess.
What would you say to the mom if you caught like your son's like overdosing?
If this was
on
a
drugs?
coworker, I'd be like, "All right, later, man. Have fun."
He was like,
especially if I like the group. Get the fuck out of here. That was like a Springsteen show. Get the fuck. Leave me alone.
They drove all the way. They rode all the way to Queens. The kid's all excited to have the show. Already took an edible himself, so he's all in the moment.
Yeah, man.
And then he has to then babysit Coleman.
Mutt wouldn't do that. Mutt wouldn't save you like
Mutt wouldn't
that.
drive to the show.
Absolutely
Mutt wouldn't go to
not.
the show. No chance. No chance. All right, call Mutt. Klemmer obviously wants to talk to him.
I just want an
You're
explanation.
gonna get baby Mutt here is my prediction. Or he won't answer.
And I also want to hear why he didn't respond back to me.
Sure.
That's on me, Chris. I'm sorry about that. He's gonna be very.
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, he's gonna do that. Yeah,
Okay, Mutt.
totally. It's exciting to clinch a playoff spot though.
Bad job out of me is what he's gonna say.
Yeah, I thought this would be one of the options too. He's pretending like he's not listening.
Hello.
Have you heard some of these charges made against you today?
I've not heard a second of the show. Sorry.
Okay, Klemmer, go ahead. Klemmer's here.
I'm very disappointed, Mutt.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey, Mutt. I'm very disappointed in you.
What's up, Chris?
Yeah.
What are you
You
doing?
have no idea what's about to happen.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
Finished cleaning up stuff in the house.
See, we're getting this Mutt today. Go ahead.
First off, we were having a nice back and forth about the.
It's a few months ago.
The shingles a couple months ago, last month, and I sent you a message. You never responded back to it.
What was the message?
It was like, hey, if you I know you have kids. Moving to New York's probably impossible, but if you're looking for like one more thing you could potentially add, like maybe like we don't have really a Red Sox voice right now on the blog. Like that could be another thing you could kind of like put on if you're looking for kind of things you could bring to the table. And you never replied back.
Oh, so the Barstool? I apologize for not responding. Yeah, I think probably I read Red Sox voice and said probably not for me, but I should have responded. That's a terrible job by me. Because you were very nice about the shingles.
Tough call, Mike.
All right.
You were very supportive on the shingles, which are still annoying.
What else was what was your other issue?
Yeah, okay. That's fine. But I
He also
appreciate that.
wanted you at the dinner. He's upset you're not at the
I'm
dinner.
very
tonight.
upset you're not at the dinner, and I don't think having.
Klemmer's blubbering now. He's shitting all over you.
Not
all
having,
episode. True
I
or
gotta
false,
say,
Mike?
not having a car is not a good excuse.
Why don't you have a car? What's going on?
My car is in the shop. I don't know when I'm getting it back. Might be
Shop.
days.
What's wrong with it?
Well, when you're driving with your kids and it starts shaking when you hit the brakes, it's probably not safe to drive anymore. And they don't know how long it's going to take.
Just keep the wheels
I don't
straight.
I have no rent. Well, that's sometimes an issue, Mike. No rental, no loaner. No.
Yeah, you can't rent a
At home.
car. There's no like insurance. You can't know.
It's not. It's only covered under collision. Trust me. I called yesterday when they said it might be a couple days. I could have. I could.
What the hell are you laughing at? You sound like Joe Bluth. What are you laughing at?
It's not a trick.
What are you laughing at?
It's embarrassing to admit I have no fucking car right now. Okay, it's embarrassing to say out loud. I have no fucking car. I'm looking at my driveway. My wife has the one car. I have no car. I'm sitting here. Can't do anything.
Loser.
I can't do anything.
I can't be mad at this guy.
Why? He's a loser.
I like him looking at
Justin, are you willing to pick Mutt up and drive him to dinner tonight
Of course,
in practice?
absolutely.
Justin will give you a ride, Mutt.
But okay, so how do I get both kids at two different sports with one car back and forth? I can't do it. I can't.
That's different. So if you had a car, you still wouldn't be at the thing tonight then.
If I had is it a lunch today? I'd drop my.
You
wife
know
off
it's
at
a
school,
dinner.
take
You
her
know
car
it's a
back
team.
onto what?
You know it's a team dinner. This is what I'm saying, Mike. This is what drives me nuts about it. You know it's a team dinner. We've said that for weeks.
Okay, what do you mean weeks? I've got a couple texts. I have no time. I have no location. I have nothing.
You didn't reply to the text. You didn't reply.
What did you text him, Coleman?
I said,
Can you make the team dinner, which I didn't respond to? Then Justin.
That's rude.
Why didn't you respond? Why didn't you respond?
Because I had a lot of shit going on yesterday. My fucking car is not here.
You can't
right
respond
now.
to a text with a yes or a no?
Fine. My fault.
All right, goodbye. I don't. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. He acts like a baby.
I like the image of him looking at his driveway. Like, there should be a car there.
Yeah, I mean, he's staring out at his driveway. He's going to will a car to existence?
What does the car have to do with bringing his kids to two different places?
Well, if he doesn't have a car, right. If he doesn't have a car, he
Kids
can't
aren't
bring them
going
anyway.
anyway.
What he's really saying is if he had a car, he wouldn't be able to come tonight, but he's using it as an excuse because his kids have practice, which is fine. Just say my kids have practice, I can't make it. Why this whole lie? Justin will bring the kids to practice.
Of course.
Hell yeah, he will.
Oh, yeah.
This might be the way to get the kids to practice.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, safely for a change, as opposed to just storming in the middle of the field in your car. Like I don't understand. Just say I can't make it. That's fine.
He still never really said that either.
No, that's what I mean. Just say it. Why can't he say it?
It's frustrating.
Just like he's depressed.
bad
I'm
boy.
depressed. I'm going to be there.
Depression hits us in different ways.
Yeah, you got to be there. To go watch cinema or try and eat a pizza?
Yes, I do think
No,
so.
Yes.
Klemmer's speech.
get some sauce.
I worked hard on that.
Is it written?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I
Did
worked
you
hard
work
on it.
harder on the speech or the game?
I'd say equal.
Okay.
Oh, no.
man.
Well, but I mean, this you could, like I said, this could be a lucrative. A lot of these coaches make a lot of money on the speaking circuit.
It's gonna help.
This could be a star for you.
I agree.
Tony Dungy.
Huh? Yeah, Tony
yeah,
Dungy.
look at that.
You should embrace religion or something.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, so we'll see. That's a 7:00 at the Waltham Papagino's dinner, correct, Coleman?
Yes.
You reach out to them.
Yeah, they said it should be perfectly fine. They let them
Perfect
know.
fine to make 2 pizzas or 3 pizzas. Good. It's good to know.
Well, I wanted to know.
For
I wanted
that
to know
event.
if they had the proper space for the size of the team.
Sounds like half the team's not even going.
Yeah, it's gonna be me, you, and Klemmer. Klemmer's gonna give a speech to me.
A man is defined.
Who's in? Who is locked in?
Ron, Pat Ford.
me, you, Justin.
Yes.
Ron.
Yes.
Pat Ford.
Gus. Haven't heard official
Cinema?
word from Mick. Cinema, I believe. Was
Cinema's in.
Yes.
Mick will be there, I think.
Mick.
Has anybody not responded yet?
Let me see here. Pat's in.
Remember the rule: noon, you're off the team if you don't respond.
Right.
I even texted you about this.
You texted me?
Yes.
Did I respond?
Yes. Well,
see, I'm
about something different. But like, I would say, I think I texted you. I'm like, I'm so mad if Mutt doesn't go.
What am I supposed to do with that text, Chris? I don't know.
No, but I'm letting you know that like I'm upset, and I just never met the guy. And
This is a different. Like this guy is very boring. This is a different. He's not that exciting to me though.
Well,
I never met him.
You say different, but I always think back to, and I took it in stride. But I remember that I'll get back to it, the All-Star break message that I got
From Mutt.
And I think this has always been that guy, perhaps.
And who?
You
exactly?
And I didn't know. I didn't have the sense to find that a bizarre message by Mutt until you laughed at it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
May 14th.
Oh.
That'll be fun. Get to meet Mutt too. He better show up to that game because we thought it was a game at that time. But
That's the thing. If we had a game tonight, you're telling me Mutt couldn't make it because of transportation issues?
That's right.
For a game? That's pretty bad. That's pretty telling.
So haven't heard from Mick or Josh.
See, I'm just slogging through. Glad to get through Clemmer's terrible South Dakota text messages.
that was good. You like that. We were bonding over how much we like the town. You're so full of shit.
Clemmer's like, you'd love it. It's a nice downtown.
Wasn't that nice of me to think of you two walking to town? I thought of you.
I know it annoys me though. But it was.
Yeah, we did not annoy you.
It annoys me a little bit.
You're such a fucking liar. That's
I don't
not
like
true.
that somebody else is having a good time that I would have had.
I was sharing the time with you.
Yeah, I prefer to have myself. That's all.
Well, maybe he's inspiring you to go.
I've been. I told him I've been.
And how great that made me happy.
I didn't go that. I didn't make it. I was doing a cross country drive. I did not make it through the downtown. I got right off the 90. It would have been.
Yeah.
Popped in that. Did you make? There's a whole bunch of Marriotts in this one area. That's where I was.
We drove all around. Went to Deadwood, and we went to Mount Rushmore, and went back.
I like it.
Rapid City was great.
I could live in South Dakota 2 seconds.
The only problem is like once you Rapid City's awesome. Has everything you really.
I like
need.
the smaller towns.
But once you get outside that town, there's nothing.
That's
Nothing.
That's
really?
What I like. Yes. Give me a diner and a golf course and a
What if there's a
library.
movie you want to see that's not playing in like that?
Drive 40 miles.
Maybe more.
Mick will be there.
All right.
Mick is in.
I'll be there.
All right, so the team is pretty much there. Is it? My
Everybody
God, is
but
everyone
Mutt?
there but Mutt?
Oh, John and Warren.
John and Warren.
Another 0.
Can I make one request? Can Josh have a little more time to respond? Because he doesn't know the show exists, so he kind of just
Someone
has to go by.
proved today that he's an OG fan.
I saw it today. So today's the 5-year anniversary of when I signed with Barstool. I saw it.
that was the tweet, yes.
So,
Oh, wow.
one of the first guys to respond was Josh.
Really?
Yes.
He tagged his partner.
The other guy.
Yeah.
This is 2019.
Oh, wow.
He's just like fucking bizarre.
He was a Minna fan before me.
He's a Minna fan, but then he stopped liking me, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
I don't
He's
know.
like, oh, this guy doesn't talk
This
sports.
guy sucks. Fuck him.
He likes Steve's first Bruins tweet
That's
from
right.
the account. He's like,
That's
this is
right.
going to be great.
Remember that? Jesus, God.
Patrice
Bergeron
Bergeron.
time, baby, or whatever it was.
Overtime
I was
goal.
like, Steve, we don't. This is not how we do it. This is not how we do it. What's that?
He
Clemmer?
says, I'm going to do it myself.
How long were you at EI for? How many years?
I started at EI.com in 08, and I left in
So more than
19.
10.
You've had 2 jobs since 08?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I know. I get this reputation.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Well, didn't you work for Comcast too?
Well, sort of, but that was when I was at EI. But like that was like
Yeah, that's
freelancing TV work. Yeah, that wasn't a job. But I mean, it was nice paycheck. But yeah, it was like a part-time thing. But no, yeah, I was at EI 08. Rob hired me. I started doing radio a little bit in 09. 09, I worked with Mutt for the first time.
Was Mutt and Mutt had already been like established, right?
Well, he's a weekend guy.
See, I remember. So I moved.
Did a lot of weekends.
I moved to New York in 2012, so I listened a lot in 2011, like driving around. I don't remember you at all, but I remember Mutt. But then I remember
Makes more of an impression.
He's
a talented guy.
But then when I moved back, I can remember the exact things when I heard you. So like that's. But it's funny how I have no recollection of you at all doing weekends.
Well, Mutt probably did more weekends. Although on like 10, 11, 12, I did a lot of weekends before. And a lot of fill and stuff during the.
Yeah.
You know, like I would fill in for whoever. Everybody but John and Jerry was weird. They didn't want me. Did a ton of stuff with midday stuff. With Mutt for Lou, and then a bunch of stuff in the afternoon. So yeah. And then
Yeah, so I've been a Mutt fan for Christ.
This is sad. Don't do this.
I know, and then
He's completely.
Did he rape you, Klemmer? Am I missing something?
Klemmer's having a breakdown.
Oh, geez, I've been a Mutt fan.
I've been a Mutt fan for like 15 years, right?
You liked him like with Lou?
This is how he treats the fans.
I liked him, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. This is a lesson.
I did like him. Yeah, you know what? I even liked when he did the Red Sox pregame show, and you'd make fun of
When
him.
you would say
for that.
0-0 top of the first?
I like those.
Yeah.
I like Mutt's like personality on the air. He just wins me over. I like.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Why would I lie about that? That's a stress. It's a sad truth.
It sounds like
It's
you're
a
having a
truth.
mental breakdown, though. Like,
No,
just
I'm not.
relax. He doesn't.
No, it's fine.
Klemmer, this is welcome to world. Mike learned it years ago, and he blew him off for
It's fine.
Dirty Mike and the Boys.
Well,
Is that what it was or no? What was it?
That would have been trash
talk.
maybe?
Trash talk. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
He blew him off. Coleman learned. Justin learned. We all learned. Mutt is about Mutt. He's an I guy. Mutt's only about himself. And what does he get for it? He stares at the fucking driveway. That's all he's doing. He's staring
carless driveway.
He's just looking at the driveway, expecting a car to just show up while his brother drives by. Maybe his brother will drive him.
I feel like it doesn't cost like if you just rent a car for the day, it's not that expensive. Like
No.
for 2 days.
No, I
Like
guarantee.
the middle of the week.
I guarantee there's an enterprise in Chelmsford or in Lowell where you can go get it and drive around for 2 days. It'll be $90.
And then you have to get your kids. Like, why wouldn't you just rent the car?
Maybe you can't because of the DUI.
I don't know.
Maybe I actually don't know. Can you?
I don't know. I mean, they don't run your license when you go and get it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They have to, yeah.
Yeah, they
run-
do
they-
now. Yeah.
Oh, really?
You think they would just give you a car?
I feel like they have.
I think they have last time I rented one, they do a thing where they scan your license. So
Maybe that's
but
something.
he has his license.
They
though.
can't just give me a car.
I just suddenly just like took your license like a valid ID. And, like,
But he has a license.
Actually,
so
that is the reason.
What's that?
Dollar Call Rental, Hertz, Thrifty Car Rental, Zip Car. These companies have a policy of not renting to individuals with a DUI at any time.
Oh.
Ever, never.
Oh my god.
But also, his wife could rent the car and he could drive the other car.
Your spouse is right.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Right.
Or
so I
you
mean-
or you could even like my wife can rent a car and like I can just drive it.
Right.
Like,
That's
your
what I'm saying.
spouse. They
That's
don't
what
even
I'm
check my
saying.
ID.
That's what I mean. But like, what's the one where they bring it to you, Turo or whatever?
Enterprise will pick you up.
Right. But I'm
Oh
saying
no,
is-
yeah, Turo's. Yeah, you can
isn't that-
meet
isn't
them
that-
somewhere.
Thanks, Clemmer.
That's what they said.
I know. Thank you.
Uber Eats is an app.
Oh, you guys are assholes. I was being helpful there.
You were.
Thank you.
So I'm saying, but like he could, for a day, a rental car's $50, I would say. What's that? Look, is there one in Chelmsford anywhere, Justin? We know there is a Papagino's and D'Angelo's in Chelmsford. We learned that.
There is.
But you're right. I think Turo's way cheaper. I think we rented one for like $40 for a day.
Do they bring it to you? Or do you have to go get it?
You have to meet them somewhere. Usually.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What if we pass the hat?
We could walk.
We could get enough money from Mutt to get a rental car.
I feel like I could probably afford it.
But a few bucks here.
But I choose not to because his attitude is so poor.
There's an enterprise.
Where, in Chelmsford?
Yeah.
How much is to rent a car today? Just today. Pick it up today at noon.
Yeah, drop it off tomorrow.
Drop off tomorrow at noon.
You can get mid-size SUV for $87 a day.
That's pretty expensive. Still, I mean, that's more than I thought a rental car in Chelmsford would be, but yeah.
Economy, you can get like a Mitsubishi Mirage or similar for $48 a day.
$48 a day?
$40?
Mid-size, like Toyota Corolla, $51.02.
$50 for 1 day for a car, you won't do that.
Total, it's $60.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
I mean, and if he was really broke, you could even like rent a U-Haul for the day.
I'd love to see that.
Because he's not going very many miles, right?
All right.
Like, there's options
Those
here.
would be more expensive.
Like a bike?
Would they be more?
Yeah.
Okay. I would think they're bigger. Right?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I feel like he didn't go many miles. It might not be, but maybe you're right.
He's not. But the point is, but the bigger point is he doesn't want it.
It's a $60 problem.
The team's not worth $60.
Correct, Mike. That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's why I'm upset. I feel like it's like.
But even if he had the car, like he basically said, like he's got to bring his kids and stuff. I mean, he's afraid to say that. It's like you have a conflict. Just say you can't do it. That's what drives me nuts with him.
But isn't it worth $60 to bring your kids places? None of this makes any sense to me.
I agree. I don't
think there's
disagree.
a greater conspiracy afoot.
Well, he asked about the location, so maybe he'll find a way.
I just have that look on it. He's doing
You didn't see him. You know that. How do you know what looking at? You didn't see him.
No. He'll feel there tonight.
At
He'll
the
have
dinner.
that-
Oh, he's gonna go and be mopey?
Yeah, he'll be pissy mutt where he's like doing stuff. It's like don't come. Like it should be a fun night. It's a team. We're having some pizza.
Yeah.
Klemmer's gonna. It'll be. It's supposed to be a good time, right, Justin?
Oh, it's going to be a great time.
Right?
I'm
Coleman?
excited.
It's going to be an awesome time.
Well, maybe shoot around before somewhere if Coleman could find it. You know,
We'll find it.
We'll see.
Well, I'm excited. I'm very excited for tonight.
What are you getting your dad for Father's Day, Chris?
Not much.
No, same with me.
That's one nice thing about Father's Day. When these, this is my 30th Father's Day without my dad.
30 years for you, 7 years for me. Both of us have spoken to our father more recently than Mike.
That's not entirely.
That's the
entirely true.
That's the unbelievable thing about 30 years, huh?
30 years. This is 30th. The year 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe somebody else is able to pull the curtains in Broadway now without your dad around.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they have a whole union to do it now.
That's true. What was his biggest show?
Radio City Music Hall for a long time. His biggest Broadway show was Me and My Girl. It ran for 4 years. You know Marriott Marquis in Times Square?
Sure.
It was the show that opened that theater.
Oh, there you go.
And it ran 4 years. Won Tonys for Best Actor and Actress.
For who won for actor?
It was the woman is Marianne.
Dr. Frey. He's a Crohn specialist.
That's right. Marianne Plunkett was the actress.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Lindsay was the actor. Marianne Plunkett was on the House of Cards show, if you know that show.
Who did she play? I do.
First season. I don't remember which character she played.
There you go. Share memories around Father's Day with Omaha Steaks. A world-class dad deserves a world-class steak. There you go, Mike. Why don't you get that for your dad?
Maybe I will. This sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yes, or for Kev or one of these guys, you know.
Definitely.
With Omaha Steaks, the possibilities are endless flavor, variety, value. I love Omaha Steaks. I get it year-round. Hot dogs, steaks, chicken, burgers. They are awesome. I always get excited when I get Omaha Steaks. I love it. $89. You go to omahasteaks.com. Use my name, KIRK, at checkout. Each package is backed by their unconditional money-back guarantee. Show your dad the love he deserves, a gift as unforgettable as he is. Visit omahasteaks.com, promo code KIRK at checkout. We thank them. I go to blindmike.net. Of course, go subscribe to the Blind Mike Project. Blind Mike on YouTube. YouTube is Blind Mike Project, right?
Yes.
Yes. On YouTube. Klemmer, anything you want to promote?
Yeah, please check out Rat Race 1 and 2 if you haven't seen it already.
Season 3 coming out.
Working on it, yeah.
Yes. Do we have a cast yet or no?
Just about.
Yeah.
We still got to tape it, so I always until we tape it, I don't.
I've heard some of the names, some big names.
Some big names, yeah.
I was not asked, but that's fine.
No, you weren't. You weren't. No, it's not. Yeah, it's a different location than last time. I'll tell you that much. It's not New York.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they don't know that. No one knows that.
Who's they?
The people, the audience.
Okay, you can't say it.
A civilian.
Not yet, because we haven't taped it. I always get nervous until we tape it. Once we tape it, then I'll be more.
Iceland? Like, I mean,
No, we ruled Iceland out.
I'll say if you're a Barstool fan, if it's not New York, it's gonna be really, really difficult to figure out where it might be. Yep. I don't want to give anything away. Okay, am I right, Chris, or no?
That's true. We are going to L.A. So,
Yes,
Jeff D. Lowe is.
it's inevitable. Well, we talked to Jeff D. Lowe talked about being in one of these seasons, right? Didn't you ask me?
Well, yeah, we end up having to move the. We were going to try to tape at the same time as the dozen tournament.
That'd be tough. That would be tough.
Or like right after it before. Well, we wanted to like save money, like logistics,
Right.
like flying people out and everything like that. But logistics didn't work, so we're going to tape it earlier than that. So that's why we didn't ask.
There you go. Okay.
But
so we'll see you tonight, Klemmer. We may even see you sooner than people think. Maybe down the road here.
Yes,
we'll see. Well, you reached out about another potential basketball team event, so there you go. We'll get to that and something else, maybe a challenge in the air as well that we may get to down the line as well. We'll have to get to, Mike. So we'll see you next week, Mike. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. We're back tomorrow.
Yes.
Do we know with who yet or not?
Cinema Lords is going to be in, and then a guy Ace Cliff. He was in with during the producer search.
Okay, great. So
he has some
tomorrow's
thoughts
gonna be
on the basketball
As a
team.
producer?
Tomorrow's gonna be a disaster.
No.
I have a name show starting at what?